steel, a giant stands, a mech with heavy man's commands, each step a quake, a thunderous might, eyes aglow in the endless night, a taint beneath, dark and vast, power fierce, shadows cast, a mighty taint beneath its core, a warrior spirit, ancient lore. Welcome, Tainted, a lace-up tunic or medieval hoodie. Welcome, Tainted, let's talk about color, or should we? Welcome, Tainted, thinking outside the blocks. Welcome, Tainted, thanks for joining us, you rock! The panting of your fun hole rocks. Welcome, Tainted. Enjoy the Chronicles Outdoor song. Welcome, Tainted. Thinking outside the blocks. Welcome, Tainted. Thanks for joining us, you rock!
Well, there we go. This is how we start. Hey there, everybody. Thank you for joining us for Think Outside the Blocks, your weekly official Brickworld live stream where we talk to you about thinking outside the perceived rigidity of the Lego medium, but also thinking outside of your mental blocks. I am your only host to start for the evening. I am Mark Larson, Chief Brick Officer of Brickworld, and I've already screwed up the entire opening. Let's see who we have here from the Tainted. Rob Claxton was here quite a while ago. Definitely had the first comment by a long shot. Hey, Rob Claxton, how are you? We've got Charlie Kaufman, also a channel member in the house. Charlie Kaufman, hey, I got to hang out with you last weekend, actually have a conversation or two. Charlie Kaufman did a lot of work for us at Brickworld Grand Rapids last weekend. He was up at the front taking tickets pretty much the whole weekend. And of course, VMAC Attack is here. Hola, senor to you as well. So Ben is running late. He did a Brick Convention in, I don't know, some city in Minnesota. I had it to my brain a while ago, but I can't remember what it is now. Anyway, he did Brick Convention this weekend. He's on his way home. He's his ETA is about 30 to 40 minutes from now. So it's just going to be me for the first 30 to 40 minutes, and we'll do some stuff. First up, as usual, we're going to check out the run of show here. Today's show is brought to you by the letter B, B for Ben, and he's not here. Hey, look, it's Rochester. So he's joining us on the commute. I hope he's not live streaming and driving. Be safe, Ben. Get back to us in one piece here. So first up, Ben's traveling. Yes, he is. He's right here. See, he's traveling, and he's not here quite yet. Then we'll do builds of buildings. After that, sounds like we're going to check out the progress on each other's mocks. And then third, we're going to talk about a new Lego set. Something that people have been waiting for a long time, and Lego did a really good job keeping it under wraps until the day they decided to release all the news. So Barge Brothers, we're going to be talking about Jabba Sail Barge. I'm sure there's a lot of people excited about that. Maybe some people have said about the price, maybe a little bit of both. A little from column A, a little from column B, brought to you by the letter B. And then after that, Behold the Style. I wonder what we'll be doing with Behold the Style. Could it be more fake lifestyle shots? I'm sorry. Could it be that we found more alternative lifestyle shots on Darth Sidious's phone, and we'll be going over those alternate lifestyle campaigns that we found on Stud Sidious's phone? I think that's probably what it is. And then Barely Better bugging out sounds to me like a close call and a rant. And then the last thing we'll talk about is if we'll be here next week, which hopefully we will. I will. We'll see if Ben will. I don't have the times where I can mute the mic and burp, B for burp. So we'll get started a little bit on the history of our AI silliness and how we got to where we are with the lifestyle shots. Charlie Kaufman confirms they were in Rochester. But here's a little preview of what you'll be seeing from me tonight. Come on. Okay, let's see. Remove from stage and do this one. Hey, look, I can do stuff. Kind of. So this is what Ben will be critiquing tonight. As you can see, it's not much more progress than was made last time, but it's chugging along. I had a bit of a stressful week here myself. Of course, we had Brickworld Grand Rapids, and and then I had a minor medical procedure to do this week. So to everyone over the age of 45 watching, schedule your colonoscopy as soon as you can. Good thing to have out of the way, so you can have peace of mind uh, that you are healthy and doing okay. Now, you can get them at 45 now, uh, and very very good tool to stay ahead on your health as you age. If your insurance covers it, get your doctor to write you a script. You're 45 years or older, go get your colonoscopy. Do it. This is what you joined for. Let's talk about our colons. So, how did we get here? With all the AI silliness that we do, all the songwriting that you've seen on our show, I am going to bring us all the way back to when Ben and I discovered a portal to the Blockleverse through some insane physics accident called searching Amazon. We discovered the Blockleverse. I was looking for the Friends Botanical Garden, and Amazon gave me a bunch of fake Lego results. And so I started texting them to Ben, and we were laughing about them over the phone. I was like, let's get on and record this. Let's check out some of these sites. And I think we did that for 3 hours. I think it was a Monday night, and we started at like 8 p.m. Or I'm sorry, we started at 11 p.m. and went pretty late into the wee hours of the morning. And so that's kind of where that was a seed. Like, we didn't have any garage bands or independent artists helping us out at that point. If we had, I think things would be even crazier at this point, because things are getting pretty crazy. I think I'm excited about the alternate lifestyle shots that I found on Darcides' phone this week. So we'll get to those tonight. But let's take a little stroll down memory lane of some of the highlights of Ben and I discovering the Blockleverse.
Welcome to Blockleverse, no souls around. Cheap sights and sounds, no life to be found. Photoshop toys on twin Siamese. Fathers and sons making IEDs. Welcome to the Blockleverse, everyone is checked. Water slides are funny, hands are grotesque. Car pest police, house cake topped off. Minnie's passed out, her head's popped off. Welcome to the Blockleverse, where dreams distort. Bad Photoshop, orphans in an eastern port.
So here are some excerpts from that journey into the Blockleverse that Ben and I took on that one fateful evening last summer, I think, probably, maybe, who knows.
What are these strings and like battery cables? Just like, is that part of his shirt? Oh, it's part of his shirt? Wait, what is this then? Why are there just random wires? Maybe, what is going on in this? I think this is from a stock photo of a father building a bomb with his son, and they photoshopped the aircraft carrier with the curved ramp in front over the bomb. Because what is going on?
Oh, dude, I'm getting a good look at that. You're right.
There's literally a brick of dynamite right here. This is C4.
There are wires. Yeah, there are wires and things just sticking out there.
100% what's happening, and that explains the look on their faces. All of these have been like how to make bomb stock photos.
So that was our first discovery of an IED being built by a father and son, that they photoshopped a fake Lego set over a Flago set over a Blockleverse set, if you will. And then this, of course, is our discovery of the infamous Cherry Vitality Beach.
I love that. Here's better than any other one we've seen, because they're not just animated characters added in. They're like flat stickers with white outlines just playing in the pool. It's like, well, you don't get any minifigs, but you can pretend with sticker people. And the sticker people don't even come with the set. They're just, showing you like what you could pretend that these exciting friends are doing at the Cherry Vitality Beach.
Here's what you can do. Vitality water bar drink to your heart's content, which is definitely excellent grammar. Water curtain door. It opens. That's great. There's a leisure section.
You'd want it to do that.
There's a life-saving observation spot. There's a swim shop. Stand in the observatory to enjoy the breathtaking view. The exciting and funny water slide. Sit in the beach chair and enjoy sunbath.
Sunbath. Yep.
Yes, lockers.
But here's my favorite. The ice cream van, baby. That's a van.
Why? Is there a fish on it?
That is the coolest van I've ever seen. Yeah, what is that fish for? I have no idea.
Go into the shower room to wash the sand off your body.
Well, it's a good suggestion.
Ooh, look, they made different flag molds. Or they photoshopped in something and folded it.
Now, of course, if you check out our TikTok, you will see a lot more segments than this. I have not made them all landscape, and that's kind of the pain in the butt about trying to do a bunch of social media stuff when everyone has a different sort of standard for how the orientation is supposed to be. So we could do them landscape for our outros here on Think Outside the Blocks, but to do little YouTube shorts and TikTok, they need to be vertical. So there, a lot of extra editing goes into that, and I haven't gotten around to it, of course. And fun times. YouTube shorts need to be less than a minute, and you show up better in the TikTok algorithm if they're longer than a minute. So all sorts of fun stuff. Papa Rex is here. Good evening, sir. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. We're having a little retrospective on how we ended up here with the Blockleverse and with the lifestyle shots and with the AI silliness. We got one more clip here. I can show you guys from the Blockleverse episode that we did, which is available. You can see it in our live stream, our live stream catalog on the YouTube channel. We posted that episode last year when I was in Italy, and we pretty much got the whole thing. No, I lie. I think it's only an hour of it because you can only do an hour. Schedule a live stream with recorded video. It has to end at an hour. So you can catch a full hour of us laughing at the Blockleverse as we first discovered it. Here is our last clip from Ben and I discovering the Blockleverse, which was the Carnival cruise ship.
Brick Story, Dreamgirls cruise ship, building toys, playset, creative friends, yacht building sets, 318 pieces, Girls City boat model, building kit, Christmas birthday gift for kids ages 6 to 12. Let's check it out. It's also a Carnival cruise line. Oh, wait a minute. It's a Carnival? Look at, all right, so we see, all right, before I touch this picture, well, let's just go right there. It says Carnival here. What does this say? Carnreal. Right? Something crazy has been photoshopped already for zero reason.
Yeah.
You can play with this set even if you're Siamese twins. Role play?
Yeah. Fair enough. Or room decoration.
With your glass vase of different colored straws.
Straws.
And they're bendy straws.
Well, duh. Why would you even... And I sure as hell hope they aren't paper straws, okay?
I do too, actually.
Whether you love the environment or hate the environment,
you can hate paper straws and love the environment.
Paper straws are terrible regardless.
No, they're garbage. Oh, look at that. What's that?
What's what? Okay.
What's behind the windshield?
What is behind the windshield?
Look.
No.
There's some weird ass minifigure in there.
How is that possible?
There's
they don't
two.
Have figures.
There's two. It's like we're being invaded. It's just like we just made first contact with Blockoverse people. Can you not see it? How can
I can see him. I can see him.
You can see him now?
I can. He's like a mini doll.
Yeah, I think they're both
at the
women.
Steering wheel. And you're right. And then there's one back behind, peeking its head out. but they only appear in that picture.
Mm,
And I think that's the same picture, just rescaled, that they used in the
Yeah.
lifestyle shop, the Siamese
Agreed.
twins. So you can see them sort of there. This is
Oh my
in
God,
there.
you're right. Look at that.
It's the same picture.
Siamese twins. We're making
Same-
discoveries. This is why, like, physics research is important.
Okay,
Like
hold on.
this- Yeah.
Hold on. Lifestyle picture, Siamese twins. The
Okay,
girl on the girl on
I'm
the
there.
left. The girl on the left, she's holding like a pen or maybe a detonator with a bright red light on the end.
He 100% is.
Just coming out. she's also in the bomb making business. Look at that.
So the Brick Orphanage is here. Hello. Welcome. Good to see you this evening, sir. G. Jacobson is also here. Welcome. Is this your first time on our stream? Asking, is this for real? I came here late. Did Lego go off the deep end? No, they did not. The Blockleverse went off the deep end. There is a ton of Okay, good, you're still here. There's a ton of fake Lego out there, and Ben and I discovered it one night. As we talk about Into the Blockleverse, you'll see a lot of us bringing up the Blockleverse a lot and visiting from time to time. Ben has even received communications from the Blockleverse asking him to promote their sets on our stream, which we have not taken them up yet. Reed is here tonight. Reed, thank you for hosting In My Place last week. Appreciate that a lot, sir. It was a really good episode. Lego Timmy is here. So yeah, we've gone into the Blockleverse several times, and we visit. Often we found some insane things, as you saw in the song. We found passed out Minnie with her head popped off, because why? Who doesn't want that? And Lego wouldn't make it, so the Blockleverse did. That's what you'll find on the Blockleverse, is those things that you really want, like Banana Boner Man. If you follow the show, you know what I'm talking about. You don't want to see it again. I do believe that we had several requests when we discovered that corner of the Blockleverse not to make lifestyle shots of Banana Boner Man. And that is kind of the other thing that Ben and I really like to do with real Lego sets, is make fun of the lifestyle shots, because they're cheesy. And we don't necessarily think that they do anything to sell products, but we're not on the Lego marketing team. In case you thought we are not on the Lego marketing team. So we don't know for sure. Maybe the lifestyle shots do a lot to sell these sets. But what's even better is when the Blockleverse does lifestyle shots, because they basically just find stock images, maybe of a family playing Jenga, and Photoshop their product over it, sometimes to a hilarious scale that doesn't match up at all. And so Ben and I got together last year at Brickworld Milwaukee, and we did our own lifestyle shots. Oh, pardon me. And let me see, where are we at here? This is what you tune in for me to go, hey, wait, how does this work? This is what happens when Ben's not here. Ben is much better at the control panel here. So we did this at Brickworld Milwaukee. No, I'm sorry. We did this with Lego, with sets that were not released. And so you won't see any of these lifestyle shots with any products. But here are the lifestyle shots that Ben and I actually really truthfully did with Lego for some unreleased products. Here, check it out. Okay, so this all mixed together when Ben and I met the garage band and our independent artist who does stuff for us. And this is a little bit of a longer segment, but it's one of my favorites. Ben surprised me with this one episode where we were doing our rants at the end, and he was annoyed with how many Star Wars villains rhyme with Ak. And I'll just, instead of explaining what happened, I'll just show you the full 8-minute clip.
So let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, last week, this rant is not even going to be timed because it frustrated me so hardcore. Last week,
Oh,
we had this. People were talking about how they wanted Enoch in a set, and I was like, oh, that the Ahsoka guy, like the dude with the mask, like the fifth brother. Turns out his name is Morak, not Enoch. So I got kind of mad at Star Wars, thinking, how many damn villains you need that end in Ak, right? We got
Yeah.
Morak, we got Enoch.
I don't think Enoch's a villain. I think Enoch's a good guy.
Well, maybe that's your opinion. But I want to run through some of these other Star Wars villains and see if you can name them ending in Ak. Who's this guy?
Kirik.
Krennic.
Krennic.
Krennic if you use the original Coruscanti pronunciation.
Oh, Krennic then.
Yes. But maybe Krennic in the outer rim. But he's Krennic on Coruscant. How about this? How about this guy?
I have no effing idea.
This is
What?
Moloch.
From what?
He's from Solo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've only seen that once.
As this guy, he's animated. Do you know who this is?
Joe Brock.
No. Dr. Hemlock. How about this guy?
Mordok.
Realgar says Moltok, but that I don't think that's right. I believe this guy's name is Darth Warlock, of course, but then he did get Hemlock, so he's on it with me here.
All right.
How about this guy here?
It looks like Dwayne the Rock Johnson playing Darth Maul. So
It's
the
Darth
Rock.
Havoc, but it was
Come
a good
on.
guess. It was a good
Yeah.
guess. Okay, how about this guy?
I don't remember his name, but this is not Star Wars.
What do you mean?
This
was
is
in Han
Indiana
So-
Jones. And
This-
this is Raiders of the Lost
This
Ark.
was in
Raiders.
This was in Han Solo's fedora-wearing days. He was still going to faraway lands to raid for loot. He was still a single ladies man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Legacy
this
stuff
was
is real.
Belloc.
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 VMAC had it.
How about this origin story? Can you name who this is?
Robotics and engineering genius has an accident forcing him to forever be tied to a mechanical suit, turning him from prodigy to evil villain in the blink of an eye. Often attempts to choke enemies and make grand entrances into transport vehicles.
You would say that this sounds just like Darth Vader, doesn't it?
That's what I was gonna say, but it doesn't. It
But that doesn't
rhyme
end in
with-
Ak. No,
No, it does not.
it's this. He's got the same origin story. It's literally the same.
I've never seen you so happy in my life. I don't. Oh no, there's more. This is. I'm gonna say this is crotch rot. Because, dude, I don't know where we're going here. I've never seen this thing in my life. Darth Rock. Darth Bach.
Close.
Maestro Bach.
This
Wait, I'm gonna say it. Don't worry. Darth Croc. Damn it!
You were really close.
I was gonna say Grand Moff. I was gonna say Grand Moff Croc, but he had a lightsaber. Like I was guessing you were gonna go just a little bit off of. Oh God.
This next one I can't help myself. I'm gonna turn away when I flip it because this one kills me every time. Here it comes.
I'm so sorry that I don't know what's happening right now. Oh God! Why did we?
This isn't even my best one.
Oh no! This is still going. Saki walk. There's- I remember. All right, Captain Cock.
Close.
All right. Oh dear Lord, Inquisitor clock.
You were really close.
Okay. VZ block.
Captain Block.
Block. Okay, I
Really
was going to go with
close.
Captain. I was going to try to give a stormtrooper designation. Builder of mocks.
Close.
Me?
This is what it came up with for you. I had to tell it to build an Art Deco Lego mock.
Oh my God.
Darth Stud is what Chris thinks this one should be named.
We should have skipped the tomato soup thing and done this because I'm way over now.
Here we are. I couldn't help myself.
Oh no, this is genius.
So anyway, who knew they had so many Ock bad guys? Yeah. Look at the Darth Vader pauldron. Yeah.
I'm
Mark
beside myself here. I'm like, so there's a new category in like Lego mocks that's been cropping up in Brickworld that is wearables.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted
Certainly has been.
if I wanted to disguise at Brickworld so that I can go enjoy the show without being bothered, this is the one to build, I think.
I think this one might be off the table. All the Tainted will know who you are at least.
I mean, I wouldn't F with this guy.
Yeah, but here he is, Mark
What
Mock.
I just saw Darth Vader's face in the pauldron. Now I see
Yep.
what you mean. You know,
Yep.
Mark Mock. Oh my God.
My favorite by far is
Bok.
Darth. Bok was good. Darth
Darth
Sock.
Sock.
I couldn't help myself on this one. I said, create a Sith Lord that looks like a dirty sock. And they came up with one. I'm like, no. I want it to look like a sock puppet. And when this popped up on screen, I could not help myself.
Did you
I almost-
use?
All right, so I honestly did not know until Mark Mock that Ben had used AI to do that. And tell me, have you ever seen Ben so happy ever on this stream? Especially during Knock Knock. Knock Knock is genius. So yeah, we use AI on here to make some jokes. And that was the first time that we really used it. I honestly thought he was like photoshopping it or had found some pictures of weird Star Wars characters. I thought Darth Rock was a real Star Wars character that I just didn't know because I don't pay attention to the expanded universe. So G. Jacobson says, I feel like Lego keeps making so much stuff and just throws it out there to see what sticks. What do you guys think of Lego Dreams or Animal Crossing? Are you trying to get us to discuss Lego? It's not like we're not. I, however, happen to love both Lego Dreams and Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is something I played a lot during the pandemic, maybe for 12 hours a day for over a year. And I was excited to see them come out with the Animal Crossing sets. We may go over them tonight because they just put them up on the Lego website finally. So we're not just looking at other sources of them. They've got the pictures of the back of the box and some other model shots. Just from the back of the box, since it doesn't come out till January, they've only put 3 images up of each set. But I was excited about it. I think the figures are cool. I don't think the sets are that great. Dreams is bonkers. Dreams has got some really great pieces and some really creative sets. I don't know anything about the show, but I think the sets are fantastic, and they're doing some really fun designs with it, like that MC Escher tower that you can turn 3 different ways. Brick Dad Builds is here, says, bothered, not me, bring guilty of that. Bothered, not me. See, I don't know what that means. Cooper Copper Kayak is here. Still can't say it easily. Cooper Copper Kayak. Cooper Copper Kayak is here. Hello. VMAC, yes, I agree. It was a fantastic bit. I had so much fun during that. And it was unfortunate that we saved it till the very end because I was traveling and I was limited to 2 hours, and we actually went to like 2 hours and 15 minutes because he started that at like 2 minutes to 10. Um, and so, but I think it's great the way it is. It's one of my favorite things that we've done, and we've done a lot of that AI creation for each other since then. Created something with AI, and then surprised each other with it to varying degrees of success. I think I had the Rovers one that went on way too long, and then of course there was like my idea was the CMF one we did 2 weeks ago, and my first one was just a complete bomb. It's hit or miss. We're not professional live streamers at this point, as you guys can tell every week. Pocket Master says so much time was put into that. It's great though. And yeah, we do a lot of that. And we'll see some more tonight for sure. Brick Dad Build says the pink shirt. Should we blue short check you also? Have you recovered from Grand Rapids? I have had quite a week if you missed the beginning, and it's the same style shorts, Brick Dad, but they are tan. I don't know if you can see here, tan tonight. I only own this one style of shorts. It's my dog park shorts. Grand Rapids was a bit disappointing with our drop in audience there. And then I came back and had a minor medical procedure this week that I had to starve myself for a day and take a bunch of stuff to empty myself out. TMI. But it's taken my body a while to recover from that. And then the procedure itself was on Thursday, and they put me on propofol. And propofol usually takes me a while to recover from. I don't enjoy it. It makes me groggy for a couple days. And then, trying to catch up on work, I've just kind of stressed myself out, and happy to be here with everybody because I love doing the live stream. Missed it last week. Thank you again, Reed, for doing that for us. CMFs were hilarious as well. I still am. But like I said, in case you missed it at the beginning of the show, if you are 45 years or older and you have insurance, have your doctor write you a script for a colonoscopy. Get that out of the way so that you can, rest at ease that your health is in good shape. It's a minor procedure, and the what it can catch are some of the easiest diseases to be preventative about or catch in early stages. So do that for your health. We want to see everybody around here as long as possible thinking outside the blocks. So Brick Dad Build says he was under the weather from sinus crud. Yeah, you got con crud is what we call it. Moto is here. Hey, how are you? It is a lot to go through. It's been quite a week. But I had Cheeto was here this weekend, and so that's always a joy. And so we got to take the dogs to the dog park often, took them to the dog beach with my staff who stayed with us, Phoebe and Nathan. They stayed with me for a couple days after Grand Rapids. So like the minute I dropped them off at the airport, I had to start preparing for the procedure. So it's just been kind of like, but we reorganized the storage unit. We did a bunch of stuff here in the basement and at the house, getting sort of the stuff together for the business that I'm not usually able to do because it's hard to do just by myself. So to have two other people here to help. Again, just to remind everybody, because we started with like 6 people and now we're at 22. This is what we'll be doing tonight. Ben is traveling, so he'll be here in about he said 7:35 earliest, so hopefully within the next 10 minutes he'll be here. And then we're going to go over builds of buildings. That's what we do. We think outside the blocks. Ben and I show the progress on our mocks to each other, and then we criticize each other constructively. Ben and I have known each other for a long time, and we know each other's build style. We know each other's sense of humor. So it's easy for us to be able to point out things to each other, and it's kind of what we're encouraging you guys to do. To do as well is to look at your mocks with a critical eye, or maybe find somebody who you trust to bounce them off of to keep improving your skill and your builds. We had VMAC Attack on the show a few weeks ago, and Ben's here. So after I'll let him add himself to the stage for whenever he's ready. After that, we'll talk Barge Brothers because everyone's excited. The most important set of our lives has finally dropped. Jabba Sail Barge, which I know a lot of people are geeked out about. I know a lot of people are probably upset about the price, but that happens nowadays. They're making a lot of expensive sets. A lot of really cool sets, but there's a price for that sort of thing, unfortunately. So we'll talk Jabba Sail Barge. And then from there, I think Ben and I both found alternate lifestyle shots for the sail barge. And so we'll share those. We found separate ones on Stud Serious's phone. I know I found some additional lifestyle lifestyle shot campaigns for other products that I was surprised about that I'm going to share with Ben and the Tainted tonight. Also, yeah, G. Jacobson, you're the Tainted. You're in the chat. Our chat is called the Tainted. And so you're one of the Tainted tonight. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being Tainted. And then after that, we'll do Barely Barely Better / Bugging Out. That is a close call and a rant. If you haven't seen the show before, we do a close call and a rant every week. And then lastly, we'll conclude with If We'll Be Here Next Week. And Ben, if you need a minute, I was going to play the Larry Falls song.
Well, I mean, you certainly can. I am. I picked up a taco on the way home, and I will be eating it shortly. But
Yeah.
I did want to say, hey, record time. I told you
Yeah.
7:35. I was right at 7:35.
You certainly were. Yeah,
Nailed it.
yeah, you really did. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's nice to have you here. As much as I was okay doing the show by myself, it's nice to have you on. And remember, like our viewing audience just ticked up. It's like they knew you were here, and so we're up to 25 now. And let's see. Brick Dad Build says we're all tainted here. It's tainted love, and it's happy to see you. Yes, welcome Ben. Welcome Z Cerberus, Daddy Ben, as one of the lyrics of our garage band songs. But yeah, kind of explaining the humor of the show to people tonight. I'm sure
Yeah.
you saw it in the car.
I heard it. Yep.
An entire retrospective of how we got into the lifestyle shot in the AI silliness game. And one of the things, it has nothing to do really with AI or lifestyle shots, but it does have to do with our garage band. When things happen on our show or on Reed's show that are fun, we can make songs about them. So this is one of the things that the garage band has put together for us right here.
Larry's castle stood so tall, we all sat in awe. Think outside the blocks gave a round of applause. Proud and inspired, Larry showed the grand hall. Physics took over, we all watched the grand fall. Bricks fail, crashing dreams to the ground. In that moment, silence was the only, except for Mark screaming, no, 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 no. Troy was grabbing a beer, hey, what happened, bro?
Yes, I pulled a moto.
No, you didn't.
I did. Under the castle. So dragons live here, right?
Oh my God, yes.
Level 1 dungeons. We got kitchens. This is a double high. This is the grand hall.
No, 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 no.
Like the grand hall.
I believe everything happens for a reason, and maybe this reason is for you to rebuild it better, bigger and better.
Shut up, Troy. My castle just fell. There's only 6 weeks to go. I'm in a full hell. Bricks fail.
Yes. I love that probably too much. Reed says he's so sorry he had to miss that night and play D&D. All right. I love when we do it at the same time. Ben and I often know what needs to be done, and sometimes I'm actually on top of it, and so then we end up trying to switch each other, for example, at the same time. Putting up comments is another fun one too. Had to play D&D and Miss Larry's castle collapsed, but hey, I love catching the reruns at Chicago because the video wall was right across from Larry's display, and this played on basically loop the entire weekend, which his display looked amazing. He did get it all back together in time for Chicago. Really fit in seamlessly with the rest of the layout there at Dunlug. Yeah,
Yep.
Really cool layout that they did this year, and his piece looked great, and it was everything he said it would be, or that he was showing us it would be as it collapsed.
Yeah. Caverns, the Grand Hall.
It was all there.
And I just love you with, oh my God, yes. And then when it falls over, you just, no, 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 no.
I was trying to be encouraging.
Oh, it's like when you played the Ak part, I was just listening to it. the part that makes me laugh the most is when you say things in there, like you're like, I'm wait, I'm gonna say it. I know the name. I'm gonna say it. That stuff makes me laugh the most, more so than any dumb thing I did.
Or like I didn't know any of the Star Wars characters, like the real ones either. So I was like, I don't know, Joe Brock is just some guy.
Yeah,
Like, but that was Dr. Hemlock.
Dr. Hemlock, obviously. Yeah.
Hmm. Maybe it's from the Bad Batch. Maybe I know
Yes.
some
See,
things.
now
Oh,
you
look at
now
me.
you know. Now you're like an expert.
I do Star Wars from time to
Yes.
time.
Do you even Star Wars, bro?
Do I?
I do want to mention that when we get
Yes.
to Barge Brothers,
Yes.
I've got a way that maybe we can spice it up a little.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about that. And I was
Okay.
talking to some people while I was in Rochester.
Were ya?
I was some people who watched the show semi regularly. You know,
Oh, nice.
got some feedback because it's good to have a little honest feedback.
I got some too this week, but yeah, what'd they say?
Well, interestingly enough, maybe you talked to the same person I did, because one of the things they said was, you guys started with this, having run a show brought to you by a letter.
Mm-hmm.
And the first couple weeks we had this, we really leaned hard into the letter itself,
Yeah.
and we would highlight the letter whenever we would say it. And it happens this today while I was listening, you were giving a B for Ben, a B for Barge. You were definitely picking up on that, which
I
was
do
a
every once in a while.
suggestion that I got back.
Interesting. It's hard to do it. Like once you've done it a few times, it's kind of like, we used to have like almost a thesaurus of words that started with the letter. Maybe I even had powerthesaurus.org opened so
You
that I
might
could keep
have.
coming up with. I might have done that at some point, but after a while, it kind of loses its luster. So like the suggestion I got was to cut the letter.
What?
I know.
All right, so that's where we're balancing. We're on the tip of the knife's edge here.
Mhm.
Do we lean into the letter or do we abandon it?
I don't know. What do we do?
I don't know. Today we'll lean into it.
Yeah,
2 weeks from now we'll abandon it, and we'll see what we like.
maybe it'll be better.
Maybe it will be better. All right, so on the run of show, let's see. I was traveling.
You were?
We were going to look at some builds of buildings.
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
Well, how was Brick Convention? How was B for Brick Convention?
Well, I can show you.
Yeah, let's do that.
I took a couple pictures. I didn't take a ton. There's just a couple I want to look at. It's actually only 3 pictures.
We should
but
balance it. Brick
yes,
Dad
we
builds.
should balance. Brick Dad builds
Success.
will balance. B for balance.
Yeah, it's easy with the letter B because everything's brick something.
It's
B
that's
for brick
true.
this. B for brick
That's-
that. There,
That's
killing
true.
it.
So let's do this before I talk.
So V Mac Attack got B for Bumblebee for his 40th birthday on Tuesday. Happy birthday.
Nice. All right, here we go.
Who's this kicking it with a new mob? New mob. New mob. New mob. Yeah. Will we get a chunky match? Will we get computer tech? An orange spaceship so sleek? Does he hate castles this week? Does the new mech have a wicked team? Has the castle from last week been reshaped? Has he built 5 orcs and welcomes the Cerberus Daddy Ben? Yeah! Choke the 5-bit! Computer tech!
Feels almost unfair to play that because what I'm going to show you is not my mock at all.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But
Because usually after the walk-up song, then your creation is on the screen afterwards. But it was just our faces.
yep, one of them.
Yeah, kind of-
But I'll show you here. One of them does have something to do with me, but we'll start with this one. So
Ooh.
this is from Twin Lug, one of our members, Brian
for-
K.
B for Brian.
Brian.
K.
This is some parts of some various builds that he's done, including he had part of the Viking collaborative, as you can see there at Chicago. But I was far more drawn to the stained glass windows,
Yes.
which I have seen some of them before.
Yeah.
However, at Chicago, he told me these were there. I had seen the middle window in particular before,
Yeah.
and he added the 2 on the sides. And even though they were in Chicago, it gets so crazy and there's so much to see there. Sometimes you miss really good things.
Yeah.
So I was happy I got to see these.
Yeah.
So these stained glass windows really caught my eye for a number of reasons. But one of the things I like about them in particular is they also have 2 crests in some of them, or more for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
And this one here is the one I really liked. It's
Ooh,
the dragon shield logo
with the wolf pack.
and with the wolf pack on top of it.
Yeah, nice.
And this is it's just stacked bricks. It's nothing too crazy, but it's done really well. There's not a lot of snot technique in here. I think there's maybe a little bit, but it's mostly just stacked brick. But in order to get it like this and get the light to be able to shine through it, especially, I think building it larger probably helps and having nothing behind it. But the windows themselves also have some interesting and cool texture too.
Yeah.
So I thought this was really cool and really something fun to see.
Yeah, I agree. It's interesting. It's on a table with so much density. Obviously, there's not as much space as there might be at other shows to kind of spread things out in gallery style.
Yeah.
I think we should force a little bit more of the Chicago in Chicago so that we can get more builds in. I know that BrickCon, I saw some pictures from there, and they just pile things up on tables till the tables are full. Like you register your creation, you bring your creation, they fill the tables.
Yeah.
It's as Brick Dad Build says, it's B for a blending of factions.
B for a
Also,
blending.
I've B for burping a lot tonight, so I do apologize if it keeps coming through the microphone.
Yeah.
I ate dinner real fast before this.
Yeah, I'm still eating my dinner, so it's okay.
Right, that taco. That's a big taco.
Yeah.
B
So
for
you were
big taco.
asking a little bit about B for Brick Convention.
Yeah.
They pretty much always do it. It seems in a hockey arena.
Okay.
I think maybe because they're not used as frequently in the off season. They usually have free parking. They usually have
nice.
concessions.
Nice.
But it is much smaller than the Brickworld expos tend to be.
Yeah.
So there was really, here you're seeing there was a big round circular sized tables. I think it was about 8 tables long and maybe 3 or 4 tables deep for the big center square. And then there were 8 tables on either side of that with a 10-foot row in between. And that was the largest portion of mocks. They also have a featured builder, AC Pin, who's a good builder.
Yeah.
He's been at the Lego house. He's got things and books.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Yep, who had a section as well. So there's some things that are fun about it. It is a lot like a Brickworld show, but smaller, and definitely less organized.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was a little chaotic, but that's okay.
Brick Dad Builds asks, was this the first show in that area?
As far as I know, it was. So Rochester's about an hour and a half or so from the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul. A smaller area, but they had plenty of Lego fans.
Good.
And lots of people came out. It was pretty busy at the beginning of the sessions. The way they structure it is they have 4 sessions over 2 days, so sort of a morning session and an afternoon one.
Okay.
Tends to thin out heavily towards the last half hour of the session, maybe last 45 minutes of the session, but it's really good traffic on the front end of that.
Yeah.
So it's actually, if I was planning to go and I actually wanted to interact with the builders, I would be tempted to go for the last hour as opposed to the first 2, because most of the people are gone by then and you can look and chat and do whatever you want. So
interesting.
They did have little awards that they gave out.
That's cute.
That included Mel Brown from season 1, B for Brown.
B for Brown.
Season 1 of Lego Masters was there. He is from Annapolis, Maryland, but he was all the way out there. He's friends with some of the Friday Night Bricks crew and plays D&D with them sometimes. So he and AC Pin were handing out little badges, and this is the one I got. Was the
nice.
Best overall builder.
Well, damn! Look at you.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It was the first time I had been to a brick convention show, so I was available to bring a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
that always helps.
Yeah, you usually bring. I think when we did Kansas City, you had like you ended up with like 12, 15 tables,
Yeah,
something like that.
it was a lot.
Well, yeah,
Um,
we had a bunch of people not show up, which was odd.
yeah,
And so you filled your SUV with
whatever
whatever
I
you could
could
fit,
fit.
and
Yep.
we used all of it.
Yeah, and this was kind of fun because there was like a max registration for 6 tables, so that's what I put in. I brought enough stuff for probably 10 and a half. And then I just brought whatever I didn't put out home because I set
Yeah,
up and then drove home. So it was easier to pack up tonight because I had more space in my car because I wasn't stuffed to the gills
yeah.
since I was able to pull out several things when I got back home. So
You had a B for build at Brickworld Grand Rapids as well. Did you freeze or are you stumped? He froze. How dare him? I'm back by myself again. I assume it's him that froze. Maybe I'm talking to no one. Maybe
uh,
someone in the Tainted can. Oh, you're back.
that, okay, I'm going to take a little break here in a second and restart. It's giving me that stupid low bandwidth, even though I'm plugged in, which it sometimes does. So I'm going to restart here in a minute. But
Yeah.
to finish, I thought, yes, I had one of the bottom levels on the Scala Murder Mystery Mansion at Grand
B for
Rapids.
bottom level. Yeah, you sure
Yes,
did. What do you want me to do with that now?
good question.
I
Good
I
question.
I demolished mine
Okay.
just so it'd be easier to get home. So
Yeah,
mine's in pieces. Yours is shrink wrapped
okay.
in still in good condition, so I can do
Oh
with it
man.
whatever you choose.
Okay, we'll figure that out.
Okay.
I gotta figure that out. Okay, so I didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of buildings myself, but I saw some cool builds. There was another one that I saw that I wanted to bring up, but I have not emailed it to myself yet. It was a build featuring running water in a castle.
Yeah, we
And
had a running water build in Grand Rapids as well.
and I do not think this is the same one.
No, it's not. This was a harbor.
Um,
This
okay,
is like
so
so there was a
becoming a thing for sure.
castle waterfall. I'm interested to see because that's what I would rather see because a lot of these just have like water falling down a flat wall. So was it like a mountain with water running down it or
No, it was more like a stream, but it went
okay,
underneath a castle,
cute.
and there was a pump that was built out of Lego that was
Oh,
pumping it back up.
the pump was built of Lego. That's very interesting.
Yes.
Ken Nance in Grand Rapids did his harbor, got some water flowing in that with a he does home building for a living. So it was he actually built a base that was watertight and had I don't think it was a Lego pump in there. But it
Okay.
certainly makes an interesting harbor with the water flowing because the boats just kind of like run into each other and circle in the center. But it was cute. It was a great idea. It,
Yeah.
it was really fun. The kids loved it. The whole build together with the water in it is really striking. It took it away for me just to see the boats spinning in a circle like that. That took away a little bit of the realism, but it was he put a
Yeah.
lot of work into it, and it was a really great turnout. Don Sloboda from Lego Masters Season 2 lent him some coral pieces to kind of like fill out the design of the harbor itself, and it was like a nice little impromptu collaboration happening on the build floor in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
I wish people would have come to see the show in Grand Rapids.
Yeah. I That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna pull
It
this
is
down
unfortunate.
so I can open that other one up. I just looked the pictures I have of the actual water, not wonderful. We can talk about
Okay.
it, but there's another picture of the castle itself that I thought was cool. That I'll bring up as well. Only reason I'm pulling this down is because I have to email it from my phone to myself because I don't have a Macintosh. I don't have a Mac,
Yeah.
so I can't just do some easy magic instant transfer from my phone to my computer
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because
if
Apple hates me.
you like to build your own computers, so
That's
you'll probably
true.
never be a Mac guy.
Probably not. Um, the other fun thing I did um, at the show is I brought 3 orange spaceships, 3 small ones. So I played Mara's music video on my laptop uh, during during the show. So uh, I was singing Orange Spaceships over and over and over for hours on end at the show. Everyone's probably exhausted from that song, but I'm not. I still love it. Okay, so here's this this castle. Let's see if I can get a zoom in on this. I think I can. Here we go.
That's a
There
really
we
cool
go.
one to have running water in.
Yeah, so it has the pumps back here in this cave system, and then it comes
Yeah.
out from the mouth of the cave down this river,
Okay.
and then it falls off the end and gets recycled. So you can see the bottom water tank here, and there's an actual water pump made out of Lego sucking it
cute.
back up.
It's just a giant acrylic tray.
Hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, and there was something similar to this at Chicago, but it was not this one, I do not believe.
No,
And
no,
then
I think the
here's
one in Chicago was Endor.
a couple different ones. Here's the other thing that I thought was cool. It's the big Falcon logo on the front of the
That
castle.
is great. Yeah, yeah, I bet you'd like that.
Yeah, so really well done. I guess the Falcon logo on the shield is silver and black, and this is dark bluish gray and gray, but still the shaping is really good on this.
Yeah.
So I thought this was really fun as well. For another builder. I'm not sure that I'm sold on sort of the giant rock texture in here.
Yeah.
With the big dark gray splitting pieces.
Yeah.
So I don't love that, but I do love this front entrance a lot.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Brickdad Builds says, no need for Max, he already has an Android.
He has a droid. Ha ha ha. Brickdad Builds also has the Brickdad jokes, for sure.
He does. He was at Grand Rapids, so I got to hang out with him all weekend, which was nice.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Just fun time. I got to hang out with the Baviers.
Oh, beef for Baviers.
Yes, but only 2 of them because Jessica was not there. She is having some builds put into the Lego house.
Oh, good for her.
Yes.
That's great.
I will say, based on some of what I saw that AC Pin had at the Lego house and what Jessica built, the Lego house is a very big fan of B for botanicals.
Ah, okay.
But Jessica's are really nice. She built some mocks inside like a masonry jar, like a big one.
Okay.
Which are really cool as well. So she's definitely got the style, the very artistic-y style that they like at the Lego house, and she's perfect for it. So congratulations to her. There'll be
seriously.
some really cool builds that she has that's going to be there. She's flying to B for Billund in just a couple days so that she can display it there.
Bravo, Jessica.
Yes.
Here's some balloons.
Yes. So very cool. I got to see her mom and her dad for quite a while. So, and her dad, of course, had the very cool Wonka mock as well. We already discussed that, I think, at decent length after Chicago. So I didn't bring it up here, but that was at the show as well. Lots of people love that mock. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So that's what I've got. What about you? You've got some builds of buildings to show us?
Oh, it's possible that I do.
All right. Well, before we do...
Marks an otter, watch him flash, building art deco, leaves and grass, keeping fab, you land on streams, making mucks, fulfilling dreams. No need breaks when his builds are up, only cheers and howls from his club. So let's get pumped for the Scorpio. Mark's creations are on the show.
All right. I think that's the best like melody of a song that we have, but it's also the best video. I like how you did the interchanges with the videos. It's I need to step up my game when it comes to creating videos.
Good high energy there. I like the oh
yeah.
with the maracas and the trumpet.
Yeah, it's my favorite. Like just as an entertaining song, I think it would be the only one that's chart topper out of the ones that we've created for the show. B for bamboo. The bamboo is not there yet, unfortunately. The roof, bamboo, yes, but the bamboo plant I keep going back to and then losing. But it
And
goes
B,
right next to the stairs. Oh, there's a little bit of it there.
yeah, B for beat for that song.
B for the beat. Yeah.
All right, so we have a few little additions here. You want to walk us
Yeah.
through it?
Well, I mean, this is more of a sketch. We were talking last week about having one side be indoor space, one side be outdoor space. So I'm just looking right now at proportions. How does it look with it being this much taller? Because I don't know if you remember last year, the second level was only 2 bricks tall,
Yep.
and now it's 6 bricks tall-ish around there.
Yeah, I think
Five bricks.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I think what's distracting a little bit is because the roof is another like 3 bricks above that or 2.5 bricks above that.
Hmm.
With the hinge and whatever else,
I just noticed that. Yeah.
kind of makes it look a little strange.
Yeah, I don't like
here
that
we go.
either. Yeah.
Shrinking her down a little bit here.
Yeah, I think what I saw earlier was covering too much of that. Now I can't see anything back here. There we go. It was covering too much of that window. But I found these pieces, and again, this is just ripping
Mhm.
off what the that Ninjago set does. But maybe it's not too bad to at least start there.
Okay.
Because I have a different curve above these windows because I ran out of the arch piece. So this is like the more teardrop piece. And so it changes the shape of the windows. So I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think I like them rounded more so than teardrop.
Me too. That's a very rare piece, and I don't know if there's any left in the United States. I don't remember. I know I ordered all of these from the same seller, the ones that I have down here, and I believe I only got
Mhm.
8 of them, which are already in use. I guess I could take some off the back since no one's really going to see the back, and that might be what I do next. The whole configuration of this house is so wonky and wobbly. I may redo how it attaches to this.
Yeah.
Once again.
Is that
Um,
arch piece 1x6 or is it a pair of 1x3s?
It's 1x6, and I have enough of the 1x3s where I can just flip them upside down.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. It's just
Right.
since
Then
the
you got to
piece
get all the
exists,
snot stuff and everything else, and yeah.
exactly, and it usually when it's going to be tile against tile in the center, and so that I usually don't like the look of that too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I only really had an hour to work this week on this, so I basically did a quick. This is what the balcony side would look like. This is what the house side would look like. Proportions were a question for me, of course. I do like these proportions. I like the shorter,
Mhm.
more angled roof up here. And then that's all I did this week. I cleaned up some stuff around here. I'm going to switch this roof out so that it kind of
Yeah.
bows out from here. I think we talked about that last time. Pretty sure we did, where it's going to end up being
Yeah.
going up this way, and I can take these wings off here. It'll just help everything go together a little bit better, but I think I may hinge the house together again. And so it'll make transportation a little bit differently, because then the entire house will come off the top, but at least it'll be in one piece, and I don't have to like keep trying to like figure out why this isn't matching up exactly the same on both sides.
Yeah.
And then this side just doesn't stay down. So if I have something where it just sits into a cavity without having to try to stud down, I think that's going to help the entire thing a lot, because this right here, this sits into the base, the foundation, the cliffs.
Mhm.
The cliffs on this side, this is actually built into
Ah.
the house itself. So right now there are 3 separate sections. I think I want to make it one entire thing so that it's going together consistently at the same angle. Because
Okay.
although when I had it hinged together, I could stud it down. I think it was stressing the bricks quite a bit, because it does not seem to be able to actually sit at this angle the way that I had it when it was all hinged together. So we'll see what happens.
Are the little extra dark blue flares on the corners new as well?
Yes, that's probably the last thing I threw in before the stream tonight. I was going to fix up some roof stuff around here. There's something more complicated I was going to try out, but I wanted to put together the close call and finish up my lifestyle shots. So I did
Works for
not
me.
end up having time to do that. but yeah, I just kind of threw these on there because it gave some decoration. I wish they weren't dark blue, I guess.
What color were you thinking you'd want them?
Honestly, in this composition, I think that it would look best if they were dark tan,
Okay.
but they don't come in that color. At least I don't think they do.
Son of a monkey.
Son of a monkey.
I have no idea if they do or not.
I highly doubt it. I think I'm pretty well aware because it's a piece I like to use a lot. I think I'm aware of all that have come out, although I don't pay attention the way I used to. So they could have, and I just didn't know.
We're gonna get them in black on the Wednesday sets.
I have them in black.
Yeah, maybe they've already been in black.
They've been in black for a while. I think the bookstore was the first one that used it for like a wrought iron railing.
Ah, let's see, bookstore.
Oh, we're testing my trivial knowledge of when parts came out.
Yeah, the bookstore had two halves, didn't it?
Two halves.
Birch
Oh,
was like two parts
Birchwood
of the
Books
module.
and then like a pet store or something like that. Yeah, probably.
I think the other half was a townhouse, 107. The townhouse is the one that's got the wrought iron work on it.
Okay.
Goes up some stairs. So you were right. It's in that set, but it's not on the bookstore itself. It's on the secondary module that came with it.
The Stone Lanterns were new a couple weeks ago, but yes, they're new to you.
What do you think of so on your outdoor section, you have
Mhm.
the slopes, the arches, as opposed to just going straight up? Is there some reason for that? Your supports over here?
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just since this comes out quite a bit, and this is going to be like a balcony, I was trying to add some sort of like interesting architectural detail, but without having the entire thing together, not really sure how it turns out. I mean, it's with just like this flat. Well, I mean, I do have a curtain now, but it's black, so then you see less of the dark blue. So I just left it as this because at least the gray wall,
Yeah.
will offer some.
So the outdoor space, are you planning on putting some form of roof over it, or what's the thought?
It'd be the same roof as this.
Uh-huh. So that kind of makes me wonder if it really needs to arch out, or if it just should be straight pillars. I don't know, but you still. Whoa.
There's no
That was
floor there
interesting.
yet. Yeah, there's
Oh.
no floor. It's really a sketch.
Uh-huh. You're just
Yeah.
the panda was just going bonsai. B for bonsai there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know. I guess I'd have to see how the roof would line up there compared to the other side to make
Yeah.
any sort of other judgment. It just kind of seemed like, well, those other walls on the other sides go straight up. Why wouldn't the
Yeah.
support pillars here go straight up? But-
True. That's a
but I
good
don't know.
question. And plus then I still have the round pillar here at the side.
Yeah.
I also, this is also a relatively rare piece, this the 1x1 pillar,
Mhm.
1x1 round pillar. And so I think I've also exhausted my supply of that piece. And so up here, it would be harder to use that piece up here because it's one. I need it to be one brick shorter anyway. But I switched to the a stack of 1x1 rounds. I don't know if you can really tell a difference there.
I mean,
I
you
don't know if
can tell, but
yeah. I don't know if they come that pin connector piece comes in dark blue. I imagine it does. I have a
yeah, I'm not sure. They would also, the candlestick piece. I don't know if that comes in dark blue yet. That makes some nice, slightly thinner looking columns as well.
that might be a little too thin though.
Might be.
I mean, so what I like currently about this piece is the way that it hugs up to the wood. So it looks like it's a corner. It looks like it's a 3/4 column. Yeah, I have a bunch of black in here. I don't see any dark blue. This is my pin connector drawer. I use this piece a lot because there's not a lot of pieces left in here. But yeah, that's all I did this week, and so just
right.
basically a question of where do I go next. I think the answer is, I might start on something new just because it's been a while since I've like built anything but this, and I had a complaint from Tim Lighty that I've been working on the what's it called, the orchard for too long. I'm like, this isn't the orchard. I don't know if it's going to be part of the orchard yet or not. It could be, it might be, but it's definitely a different building altogether.
Well,
and I got a little tired of bringing
yeah.
the orchard every week without a plan
Yeah.
to finish it.
Well,
So,
YOLO X says this
Yellow
is
X is
so
here.
B for beautiful. I could stare at it for
Oh.
hours.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
That's.
there you
I
go.
hope it gets better. I mean, this is the first time I've put a. Usually, when I put a roof on something, it totally changes it. Where I'm just like, this wasn't what I was imagining, but this is going in the right direction.
Mhm.
Because I'm very happy with what the roof has done for it so far, and I'm liking it just from looking at it on screen. I know this is weird to say because it's right in front of me, but seeing a different image of it like that on screen, I do like where the roof shape is going for the
Yeah.
top section for the upstairs.
Yeah. I also I just saw something, so I'm curious. Above the window on the lower level, other side, well, probably that side too, but the one I can see is on that side. Yeah, the one on the inside corner there. It looks like you have one of your blue 1x6 arches underneath the roof there, just sitting
One,
there.
1x8.
Oh, that's a 1x8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a ton of the 1x8s. I don't know why. I
Which
don't know
is
what it came in.
strange.
I
Well,
have,
that was popular because it was in that stupid Market Street set. So I thought that one would be
okay.
expensive, but maybe not.
I must have found it somewhere at some point because I have a ton of them.
Okay.
And I think the 1x1 pillar
Yeah.
and the 1x6 arch, both were in the minifig scale Bionicle sets.
You know,
I think
son
that's
of
the
a
set that they
monkey.
came in. Why is everything a son of a monkey this week?
Son of a monkey.
Yeah, no, I agree though.
I'm trying
It is
not to
a
use the B word.
why
So I'm
it's
just going
B
with son of a
week.
monkey. I
Son
know.
of, well, I've got one in the room, so I could say son of a bitch because it's
That's true.
accurate.
That's true.
There's a bitch. Hi, baby.
Hmm.
Hi.
Very
Oh, wait,
technical
no,
term today.
stay. It's okay. I was just saying hi. I was just saying hi. She like started coming over. I'm like, you're gonna knock over like 10 things of Lego. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl.
Oh, what a nice puppy.
She's a good girl.
What a
She's
nice
a very
puppy.
good girl. Yeah.
Okay, well, our next segment is supposed to be about what is it supposed to be about? It's supposed to be about
The
Barge
barge.
Brothers. There was one other Lego set that I don't think we need to talk much about that they released. It was like a
We can.
glow in the dark lantern or something.
What? Really?
It's like a carved Halloween lantern. It's nothing like spectacular.
You know, if we have time, we can talk about the January Animal Crossing sets because they have better images on Lego.com than we did have from those Nintendo sites where they had released them. And they've got pictures of the backs of the boxes, B for backs of the boxes, where they
Fancy.
have some B for better product shots
Okay.
of like the back of the sets as well.
I'm
But
gonna
we
go to
can.
where we never want to go. I'm gonna go to the B for brick set.
Damn it!
To show you
Hate
this
that.
image.
I hate
It's
that place.
it's not like, yeah, I mean, here's the image. Let me bring it up.
B is for bitch breaking rules. Oh, bitch bitch breaking builds.
Breaking builds.
That had me saying bitch like 90 times. Kung Fu Land.
Kung Fu Land. Kung Fu Fabuland is Kung Fu Land.
Kung Fu Land. It's really hard for my brain to process. Oh, okay.
I mean,
Fair enough.
it's cute. Cute little creator set. It does have a light brick. If you really want some light bricks, you could
Hello, sweetie.
go pick some of these up, but they're not like, you know.
Oh,
amazing.
the ghost is brick built. They just put some shadow on it to kind of make it
Yeah.
look like it's.
He's super cute. Yeah.
Yeah, is that going to be a GWP?
Let's see here. It's listed as a Lego exclusive. It probably is a GWP, but it could just be at Lego stores.
Right.
Hard to know.
So I'm going to take a B for bathroom break and make sure Matt knows that she really wants her dinner. Did I say dinner? Oh, I did say dinner. Sorry. So I will B for be right back.
You'll B for be right back. All right.
But I'll leave this on so I can hear what's happening.
Cool. All right. And let's see. I would imagine, because they already have reviews up of it, among other things, that we are actually going to be able to see the set of our lives, I guess, is what we're pretending we have to call it. Yes, indeed, we do have the barge up on here. And so when Mark comes back, I'll talk about the format I want to use, leaning into the B a little bit for how we talk about this set, because I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of ideas about this set already. It is, obviously quite large, lengthwise as well. Some of the lifestyle shots we might get into is going to show that too. But there are a number of things that I'm sure people will want to talk about in terms of the playability, the figures, the expense, a number of things. And so I've got a pretty interesting idea of how we can lean into that. VMAX says B is for bad Sarlacc. There is no Sarlacc here. Of course, you have to buy the accompanying, in air quotes here, skiff set. So they release a skiff set like every 6 years, every 5 years. And then here it comes. They lead up with the Sarlacc pit. Sort of, I don't know if it was we're trying to wet your whistle. We know everybody's been clamoring for this, but they've done Sarlacc pits with desert skiffs before and no UCS sail barge. So here we finally have it. On the box itself, do they say Ultimate Collector Series? They do. It does say UCS on the corner there. So this is an official UCS set. I know for a while they were doing this weirdness where they were calling some things UCS and other things Creator Expert, and then some other term that they were using, all in like the same realm, which was kind of strange. Maybe the whole idea here is, UCS is only slated for Star Wars and maybe Batman or something, and we have to use Creator Expert for our modular line, and something else where if we have a smaller minifig scale version, then we come out with a bigger one, then we can call that the UCS. So I don't know how they come up with it. I believe, and maybe somebody in the Tainted will remember what else they were trying to do with their B for branding, coming out with some other ways to describe these UCS-like sets. UCS-esque, if that's even a way to say that. It was, I want to say, like the Cloud City, the one that came out, it was branded differently. Instead of UCS, they had some other interesting tag on it. And this, of course, is the second Cloud City set, not the first one, which is now $6,000 to buy or $3,000 to buy if you can find it. With that B for Boba Fett figure being crazy expensive, even though they've come out with much better versions since then. That's the one, of course, that everybody is going bananas for. I think the big thing here, obviously, and we'll probably get into this quite a bit, are the number of minifigures. 11 minifigures, several of them quite desirable, which is probably part of the reason that the price gets bumped. Brick Dad Builds says Harry Potter uses collector's edition.
Yeah, they also used to say Creator Expert, or like.
I thought there was another one too.
Or it wasn't.
Yeah, it was strange.
You're right. It wasn't Creator Expert. Was a different brand. It was like it was something expert.
You had to do some. You must have had to do some running up there to talk to Matt.
Well, he was on the 3rd floor. It's a 2-story house with a basement, and so I couldn't tell if he had fed her yet or not. She was telling me she hadn't been fed, but then I didn't want to be down here for too long. But he was in the bathroom, B for bathroom, and so I ended up feeding her as well.
Yeah. So according to what we should always assume is the correct thing, Bricklink, they had what they called the Master Builder Series.
Master Builder Series, okay.
And there are only 2 sets in it, the Cantina and Betrayal at Cloud City. The B for Betrayal, those 2.
The Cantina, interesting.
The most Isley super set, yep.
Yeah, so Yellow X says, I think it started with the Ultimate Collector's Millennium Falcon from 2007. I disagree.
I think they were calling them UCS way back in the day.
UCS was the TIE Interceptor and the X-Wing is where it first started. Then changed to Ultimate Collector Series. No, Ultimate Collector Series was definitely the initial 2004 X-Wing and TIE Interceptor.
It was the Master Builder series that I was thinking of.
Master Builder Series. So that is
2 sets in
that
there. It's kind of weird.
That second Cloud City one.
Yep.
Is that the one with like the mini?
The mini Boba Fett starship.
Yes.
Yes.
I have that Lando figure somewhere, the original one. I did not realize how much it was going for until someone pointed that out to me. I'm like, who knows how many custom figures I put together with the parts, and so God only knows where they are.
The Lando,
oh yes,
the Lando that broke the all yellow fig mold.
broke everyone's brains.
Yes, the brain
How
breaker.
is this possible? Blah, 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 blah.
Okay,
That's what they said.
so this is what I want to do.
Okay. Yeah.
Since
fine.
our letter is B.
Yeah.
And our segment is called Barge Brothers.
Okay.
My son, he's constantly saying to all of his friends, he calls them bro. All right. So this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to say to you, bro.
Uh-huh.
And you're going to say back to me, bro. And I'm going to say barge. And you're going to say, bro. And then I'm going to use a B adjective. And then you tell me either bro or no. This will be easy. Let me start out.
What are my options?
Just listen. Bro.
Bro.
Barge.
Bro.
Brown.
Bro.
Yeah, see, that's easy. But if
But
I
if
had
I-
said
Yeah.
something else, like let's try again.
Okay.
Bro.
Bro.
Barge.
Bro.
Bargain.
Now what do I say?
No. if you wanna
No,
go with
okay.
No. No.
No. Okay.
All right. So
There's a Luke, a Leia, a Han, and a Chewie. Stormtroopers, Rancor, Boba Fett, and Yuakui. Obi-Wan, Tornaker, C-3PO, come on. Do you believe in Star Wars, bro? 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 Do you believe in Star Wars, bro?
bro.
Bro.
Barge.
Bro.
Bargain.
No.
No. So what do we think of this price? $500.
Actually, I'm not
300 and-
surprised.
3,942 pieces,
Yeah.
but 11 minifigs.
Yeah.
And the minifigs.
How many
How
of
many of
those
the
are exclusive?
names do we even know on these minifigs? I was trying to see if we had a just a close up of the minis. I mean, we've got one of Leia. That's probably the highlight for a lot of people.
So Star Wars or Lego Star Wars?
I believe that it is just Star Wars.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're definitely talking about that later. All right. I mean, I guess this picture maybe we can zoom in on it enough.
Okay.
It'll let me.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have a lineup of all the figures. They usually
Yeah.
do. Oh no, these lifestyle shots. All right, I've got it up on my screen too, so I can actually see it. This should be easy. It's C-3PO,
Yep.
and then oh gosh, I can't. So
Bib-
he's a Bib Fortuna.
Fortuna.
He's a Twi'lek, and then this
Um,
is it's the name of a character from Moby Dick, Queequeg.
Okay. I was about to say random pirate.
Or maybe Queequeg is the one with the bandana, but that is that's Max Rebo, the little
Max
elephant.
Rebo. Yep. We just saw the other day. We were talking about minifigs, and we pulled up Max Rebo during Order 66 episode. And so here's the updated one. You were talking about people building Max Rebos out of Sculpty.
Yeah,
So here's this one. Does it look much better than the sculpty versions?
Oh yeah. Oh, very much so. All right, so we got a bro, I think, on the bargain from Brick Dad Builds. Coffee table barges. Yeah. Is that a
Yeah.
coffee table, or is that
Coffee
a
table
turn?
much?
Is that an upside down, or is that a crate turned on its
It's flipped on
back?
its side. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, B is for Budweiser, R2D2. Yes. So after Leia, because
Yep.
yeah, one's a random pirate, one's Queequeg. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe someone in the Tainted knows the name of which one's which and what's the name of the other one. And then we have the Leia, of course, and then Gamorrean Guard. I don't think he has a
Good
specific
morning,
name. I
guard.
think
Yeah,
it's
we've got Leia
Gamorrean
with like
Guard.
shorts on.
Yeah, she's a little more covered up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Lando Calrissian disguised as
I don't think that's Lando.
you don't?
No,
That's not Lando disguised as
no, I think it's another random pirate, but it could be Lando. But I think it's a random because Lando's got like a thing that goes over his mouth too. It has
yeah,
like two
like the curly, yeah.
curly teeth, and this one doesn't have
Oh
that.
yeah, no, he doesn't. And then Budweiser R2D2 is correct.
Yes.
And then that little guy in the end is Salacious Crumb.
Yes, Salacious Crumb.
And then I don't know the
Um,
name of the big worm guy.
No, I think his name's like Bubba. B for
Bubba
Bubba.
Bubba the Gump, I think it's his name.
Bubba the Gump. Bubba Gump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
So 11 minis, but maybe not a bargain.
Mm-mm.
At $500, it's not ridiculously far off. It's almost
No.
4,000 pieces, and it has 11 minis.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think it's priced where it should be. I don't think they'll lower the price of this. People have been freaking out about it for a while. I think people will pay this for it.
yeah, it's certainly not a bargain, but I don't know that it's necessarily overpriced either.
Good point.
So,
Good point, bro.
yeah. Now you can unload one on me. You can start with the bro and think
Oh.
of a B.
Let's see. Yeah, do you have another one ready? Because I
Sure,
feel
sure,
like I'm under.
sure.
Yeah, all
Bro.
right, go for it.
Barge.
Bro.
Beautiful. Okay.
I like it.
So you
I
do
think it
think
looks
it's
good.
beautiful?
It's sleek. I like those sails.
Yeah. The one thing that is kind of throwing me a little bit here,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe I don't know this. Maybe this is accurate. You know, all the ports on the side, they're not really ports, I guess. They're all closed except the ones that sort of flop open in the back.
Okay.
On Jabba's barge, or previous iterations, did those ports open that are all along the side there?
Hell if I know.
Okay.
I mean, let's see.
You know, there's one part where like Luke's on the side of the barge, and someone opens one of those things to like
Oh, yeah.
try to zap him, and he pulls him out. But they do have these ones in the very back that open, so I don't know if this is accurate or not.
Neither do I. So Brick Dad Build says priced high but in B for budget. Friday Night Brick says I thought they did all open.
It doesn't look like it, not from here.
No.
I mean, maybe they did all open on the movie one, but this one clearly not.
Yeah. But what do you think? Do you like the design of this?
I mean, they've done a number of these. It just
this
seems
is what
like
the third. This is the third one.
yeah, I mean, they seem to be getting bigger and bigger. It does have a lot of the Lego stud texture on it. I know you don't mind that.
I don't mind that because you're keeping your branding out there. It does look like the last version of this. They all did open.
Okay.
And then in the first version,
and I'm guessing like the whole sides themselves open up so you can go inside for the play features. But
the
yeah,
first version they did as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a little disappointing in some regard.
Yeah, I mean, because they could have them open for the play features and still have the
whole
slats
thing
open.
Yeah.
I mean, but also it's like if you don't like the way the set looks, mock it. That's what Lego is about. Like, make your own version. Like,
Oh, yeah.
improve upon it. Like, if you want to see something, build it. That's how this works.
I wonder if they have any YouTube channels that talk about doing mocks.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Reed confirms the older Lego versions had side windows that opened, and yeah,
Okay.
I can see that as well. I think even the original version did a better job of showing the repulsor lifts on the bottom. I don't know necessarily that we can't see them in the back of this.
Yeah. And maybe
No.
part of this is a lot of it's, tuned more to the inside, which we'll get to.
It's pretty greebled.
But
It's got some good greebling on it, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's got a couple colors. I think the shaping's really well done because that shape in the front, not necessarily super easy to do.
No, not at all. They've done it 3 times now, and they've used a different technique every time.
Yeah.
I mean, this version isn't perfect. Now you got to do it. That's right, Yolo.
Mhm.
Built. If you want to look it to look that way, then you just got to do it yourself. If they don't give you what you want, you got to make it. I mean, but
Yep.
that's what the medium is about, like making it your own. Um, don't be afraid to build your own. You don't even have to buy the set. You could build your own version of it.
Mhm.
Um, so, bro,
Bro.
barge
Bro.
below deck.
Yo.
That's not an option.
Bro. Yo.
I think I see some Fabuland standard lampposts in
Okay.
medium nougat. I
Mm.
don't know what color they are. There's some sort of like earthy color.
Let's see if we can find them here.
It's around Max Rebo. This little band area.
We got
I
some
s-
little they closed they opened downward, which is kind of interesting. Ugh. We'll get to that.
we'll get to that, bro.
So where's Max?
So I noticed it in the long version
All right,
of the
let's
interior. I haven't found it in the little close-ups. I can kind of see it in this
we
one. They
got
do
this
look like
one here.
yeah, there's
Oh,
one
over
with
here.
where it's yes. This lifestyle shot.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's kind of a cool looking piece.
Yeah, I think it's the Fabuland standard lamppost, like the lamppost that is in everything,
Yeah.
just in like a medium nougat, like dark tan something, which I am geeked out about because I love finding that piece in different colors.
Yeah. And I think there's some shaping on the back as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you don't really there's some sections obviously where like you never see it in the movie, like the engine
hmm
the pilot's room,
Yeah, but
you
didn't
know.
you get the Incredible Cross Sections book?
I'm sure, but I'm sure this is missing a bunch from that. But you still, have to have a spot for the pilot to sit, obviously.
True. I
And they've
stared at
got a
that
little
book for an
brig
hour.
right behind it, B for a brig.
B for a brig. Yep.
But they don't really have an engine room per se either. Maybe they don't need it for repulsor lift technology. I don't know. But
Perhaps your guess is as good as mine when it comes to that.
yeah. So
Do we have any?
they've got several little interior sections. They're not super wide, but they're as detailed as Lego interiors get, I suppose.
B for Bib Fortuna looks really angry. Like I don't remember him being quite that aggressive.
Doesn't he
He
have
seemed
red
like
eyes though? So
yeah.
he kind of always looks,
Well, he's
you know,
gritting his teeth is the thing with this. I'm sure he's got 2 different options for face.
yeah.
But yeah, I thought he was pretty mild mannered in the movies.
Yeah, I think he was always kind of well, I mean, and then they do mind control on him. Luke does.
Yeah.
So, Jabba kind of pushes him around, but he always kind of looks a little wacky in that regard.
Barge part breakdown sent via IG to Brickworld events. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, we got all the part breakdown
There's too many different ways to freaking message me.
to contact you.
Let's see, 6 messages.
Yeah. Well, before we get to the
Barge
parts,
breakdown,
Barge breakdown, I've got a question. I got a question for you, bro.
bro,
Barge,
bro,
big enough?
bro.
Okay. I mean, it is large, and in the pictures, it does look girthy.
Is that one of people's complaints? Is that it's not big enough?
I don't know that it is. I'm just kind of curious because anytime you have one of these, is it to scale? Of course it isn't. Is it too many big scale? Of course it isn't. You just got to
Right.
have some sort of illusion that it works or that people could function in it. Or
Sure.
minifigs could function in it. But considering it's 4,000 pieces, would you throw in another 500 pieces in this and made it longer or taller, or you think it's about where it should be?
Let's check the proportions of the actual image from the movie. Jabba's sail barge. Not Lego. All it's giving me is Lego. All it's giving me is Lego. It It looks about right to me. Well, that's the Hasbro one. Hold on, where is it from the movie? I will find a reference picture. I got something here from Brick Dad Builds as well. Oh, that's interesting. It's got the incredible cross sections version here. Aha, got it. Visit. Oh, of course, who has it? The picture from the movie is brickfanatics.com. Can I get a bigger version of that? All right, hold on. Let me share my screen for several reasons. Slides, just share screen. So it's nice to do this, by the way. I saw a couple live streams about this week, and it's nice to talk about this set without beef or bitching about it. So yeah, here's the
Okay.
whoops, wrong screen. I think the proportions are right.
Yeah.
Looks good to me. It looks pretty spot on. I haven't, superimposed them over each other. I will as soon as I get the chance.
And some of the like the railings, like the railing style looks pretty spot on.
Yes, the
Um,
sails
yeah, I mean,
seem to be a good angle.
I think length to width wise, it's probably decently close.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I guess if you were going to make it longer, you'd also have to make it taller.
yeah.
So maybe it's about where you want proportion wise. The color here
I'd say it
is
is
a little different because it's not really brown. It's kind of like a
grayish.
steel gray color. Yeah.
Yeah,
But who knows?
but they did kind of nail that texture with this one. Here, let me pull this
Yeah.
over here. So this is what Brick Dad Builds just sent. This is a parts breakdown from it, but you can see in the pictures here, they've gone for this like shield shaped texture
Yep.
and kind of nailed it. It would be nice even if they're not going to have it open, if they had used the grill tiles here
Mhm.
to kind of keep it consistent all the way down, because it does look, even in here, you can tell that these shutter things and they open all
Yeah,
the
I
way
mean,
around.
they're open. They're open in the back, so they kind of replicated that. But they do appear like
Mhm.
they could open farther up too. They just don't have that functionality.
Yeah, I'm
So
interested to see how these are built different from this, because it looks like it's all,
yeah, it all opens,
all snotted plate. Yeah. So
Yep.
if these all open, why can't these?
right?
And how hard would it be to alter that on your own? So this post from Tips and Bricks, which is, he has a lot of great content on his site. I think it's tipsandbricks.co.uk, however they say it. Oh yeah, look, it is.
Yep.
It
The
is the
lamppost
Fabulous standard lamppost. I can't tell what color that is here.
looks like it's medium nougat.
It does look medium nougat. I agree with you there. So this, oh yay, we finally got this piece in this shape, so I can make my my curved half timbered buildings I've been wanting to make with
Yeah.
this shape. We've got a dark brown triangular tile. We've got a dark tan as well. Apparently this frog is in a new color, the olive green.
Looks like he's olive green.
Oh, a different butterbeer mug
Okay. The
instead of the
darker color beer.
darker color liquid inside. There's some stickers on the set.
Not too many though. That's not a
Yeah.
lot, but they do, of course. I think they pride themselves pretty heavily on trying to keep stickers out of most UCS sets.
Yeah.
They certainly have had them though, and they used to be really bad because they'd have some for windscreens. Kind of glad they've basically gone to printing all the windscreens if they're going to print.
Yes. Stickers on
So,
windscreens is insane.
yeah.
But like they've got this the tube in a bunch of different new recolors. So this is the first time we're seeing these length tubes in the reddish brown.
Do we actually know what length they are?
No, it doesn't say on there. But let's
They're
see
just
what else we got.
different lengths.
These are all the minifigures. Where are the names? Oh, they're right there.
There we go.
So we got all these. Oh, it's Salacious Bee Crumb. My fault.
What's the B stand for on B Day?
Who knows? Is his name really Woof?
Woof.
Apparently, Woof, Vizam, and Kitaba. I really thought one of their
Kitaba.
names was Weequay. Look at that! Look at the printing on this helmet. Look at that. Would make some really
Wow.
nice architectural detail in something.
Oh yeah.
are perfectly captured in this set, a well-deserved max score for UCS set. And there's the incredible cross sections
Mm-hmm.
image. Yep. Well, Tips and Bricks likes it.
Yeah, and they seem to have got a good number of the rooms in here.
Yeah.
Kind of the highlights of them. Kind of the difference here is it looks like maybe they have a lower deck type deal.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that they don't include here, but
Can't have everything.
can't have everything.
Yeah, nice.
But pretty good.
Yeah, this is a great post here. I put the link in the chat if you guys want to go check this out yourselves. A working door gives access to the bridge. There's the bridge. Cool.
Cool.
Good stuff. Wow. Abundant and accurate details on the upper deck of the ship. I feel like I'm reading the Blockleverse captions right now. I do like this, the design of this.
Ungribbling for details.
It does say that, doesn't it? I like this railing around Jabba's little personal barge, his little repulsor lift chair thing.
Mm-hmm. And his
That
little
is a
smoking
cool
device where
smoking device, his hookah.
his hookah, Salacious
Max
B.
Rebo.
Crumb likes to hang out. Salacious B. Crumb, we all know that now.
Salacious B. Crumb. He looks like a guy who'd have a monogram, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good
There's
stuff.
a little link.
Wow. He's really loving this. Yeah, some cool techniques there. I wonder if oh wow, that is different. That they're hinging it here.
The hinge, the inside to inside hinge.
Yeah, must leave it flat up here. Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So some interesting technique there for doing that. Value for money, 4 out of 5 here. Kind of maybe the thinking that we were. This isn't a great deal, but it's not ridiculous either, given the price to part plus the 11 minifigs.
Yeah.
So, though apparently the Mos Eisley was 21 figures for $400.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's
I don't know how many parts there are, but
right. And also, what year did that come out?
yeah.
I mean, the price per parts hasn't changed too much over the last couple of decades.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't.
People still expect it to be around 10 cents a piece.
Mhm. I think part of it too is they have a lot more small parts as well.
Yeah.
Which is necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, so I was listening to a live stream that they were complaining about the black box. B for black box. Oh, hey, bro. Barge.
Bro.
Black box.
Bro?
Right?
What's wrong with that?
Bro.
I mean, I think the black box, sort of the idea is that it elevates the set. It shows what you're getting. And we talk all the time, like when we tease lifestyle shots, that's the type of stuff we're teasing is, do you really need to see it in a setting to be convinced you should be buying it?
Right.
You
Right.
know?
And if you see it on a black box, what difference is that making?
I don't know. I'm confused about why the black box is a problem.
Same.
I guess to me, it's kind of what I would expect the box to look like, quite honestly.
Well, I mean, otherwise you're just going to see like a barren desert and a blank sky.
Yeah.
Because it's Tatooine, which you've seen 1,000 times. I don't know, for being like on, as far from the center of the universe as you can possibly be. I don't know why so many events of that particular story revolve around it and keep going back to it.
Yeah.
Like, there are more interesting planets out there.
Well, I know. And then the funny thing is they get to the sequel trilogy and they're like, hey, look, we've got Rey on a desert planet, but it's not Tatooine.
But it
Now
is.
it's some other planet that basically is, but it's not.
Basic black is price slimming. Nixon Bricks is here. You know what they say, once you go black, you never go back.
Mhm.
I don't know if they say that about Lego sets. Do they? So yeah. Bro. Barge.
Bro.
Build progress shots?
Bro?
Lifestyle.
We can get to those. I do have one more for you, though. Bro.
Oh, okay. Bro.
Barge?
Bro.
Buying?
Bro.
Okay. You're
Yeah.
in.
I'd like some B for non-brittle brown. in my life, and this
Yeah.
looks appears. I'm gonna buy 5 of these just to get those fabulous lampposts in a different color.
There you go.
I'm
All
not
right.
buying 5 of these, but I can't wait for that part to come out on Bricks and Pieces.
So we
B
want to
for
talk
Bricks and
about
Pieces.
some lifestyle shots for this thing.
Now
We
we
teased
do.
this mercilessly
Yes, we
in
mercifully.
private.
Yes, and we recorded that private session. And so if we don't go as quite far in depth, we can make that like a little bonus video that we put on
Yeah.
our channel. However, there's B for blue turtleneck. Let's just start there. Like, why
Yeah,
is this the guy
this
they're selling
turtleneck,
to?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, what confused me about this guy's image is that turtleneck makes him look like he's like in medieval times almost, because it's got like this really dark, thick ribbing pattern all around it. Like, I don't know why he's wearing this shirt, but the bigger problem for me is he's wearing a turtleneck in what is obviously a very desert motifed room. I can only assume that this guy lives in Siberia.
Right,
It's ridiculously cold outside, so he has this desert motif just to keep him warm
right.
when he goes inside.
And then like we said, the 90 lamps around the room in very odd spots are all vitamin D lamps.
Yeah.
Is he cosplaying as George Lucas? George Lucas, I thought, was more the flannel wearing guy, not the
Yeah,
turtleneck dude. Maybe he wears a turtleneck under flannels, but
maybe.
it's just confusing. Who are they marketing this to? If it's a guy with gray hair, with
Mhm.
a bit of scruff on his face, and wearing a turtleneck sweater in this particular room with a bunch of random shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no kidding.
as Nick and Bricks brings up, like the table and chairs remind him of a pediatrics office waiting room. Yes, are there in your pediatrician's office? Are there mismatched chairs? Like maybe 3 different types of stools, and then like a low sling back chair against the coffee table against the wall. Which the coffee table against the wall with its MC Escher trickery of like there's only one leg on that table. I
Some
don't
of it's
understand.
missing. And they're
Some of
like
it's missing.
there are dead plants all over this room. Like they hate plants.
Th- this guy lives in an existential room because there's a ladder that goes nowhere, there's a door that goes nowhere, and there's a bunch of dead plants.
And there's this thing here, which is like a microphone or a light or something that goes to nowhere too. I have no idea what this is or why it's here.
What is it?
I have no idea.
It's like it would make sense if it was like pointing at one of the pieces of artwork, but it appears to be like closer closer to us than the table.
Yeah, it's
Like it's
weird.
between, yeah, because there's all sorts of like hanging lights out there like that in a modern room. Um, but none of them are at like chest level in the area where a person would be walking. Let's talk about this guy's taste in artwork.
Yes, let's. Okay. Desert themed room. He's
Okay.
got a picture of dunes on his wall.
Yes.
But to me, there
Yeah.
are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other pieces.
Yes.
The one I am most baffled by is the one on the wall that is just beige. B for beige.
Yeah.
It is just a beige rectangle and nothing else.
It looks like a canvas. Perhaps he's an artist that likes to paint white rectangles over I don't know,
I don't know what that thing is either.
sandy brownish, reddish paint. The one next to it is the one that really bothers me. The one with the giant tall dead flower in front of it.
Yeah, I don't know
I
what
don't
that
know
is either.
why you would hang. It looks like the leftover. Looks like what you would cover your table with when you were doing an art project. And then that was what was left over after you spray painted everything brown. And then all the way to the right, it's like a block of clay that he carved into the side of.
Hmm.
Just
Like
kind of
carved his path through the desert in there or something. I don't know.
random rib structure.
Yeah. We do have some urns, it appears, as well.
It puts the lotion on the brown or else it gets the snap again all day. Scandinavian lifestyle seasoned in the southwest of the U.S. That's what Ben said in our private session. He thought this guy
Yes.
was a retired Finnish soccer player, and I think that's pretty spot on. I think that is who he. I don't know how he got to Siberia in your
I just was trying to
nearby.
find somewhere really cold, and it can be. Finland can probably be very cold in the winter too.
Yeah, it's the
Very
same.
dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same latitude as Alaska.
Question:
Yes,
what is the floor material made out of? Is this like wicker flooring? I have no idea what this is.
it does appear to be wicker tiles, which of course it.
Is that a thing?
I don't know, but you can use that as
Alright.
like you can put it underneath like a hot pad for your pot when you take it off the stove. And maybe he just bought a bunch of those because he thought it looked really good on the floor. It's possible.
It's possible.
It is definitely possible. So
Yeah.
my question is,
Mhm.
how many buckets of scrolls do you have in your house?
I actually have 0.
I
Rock, cork, carpet squares. I don't even think they're
wow,
cork.
we might have an actual answer. They do look wicker to me.
They
They
do.
do look like woven wicker.
They do.
Um, and how about do you have in your house many B for books with B for blank, B for binders?
Yeah, I'm not sure what all these blank books are all about.
I don't know
But
why
he's got stacks of them, so I don't know.
everyone's insinuating you and Buffalo Bill tonight.
I don't know why, because we both
Yeah,
start with B.
I don't know.
Um, Joe Ellen says, Joe Ellen Child. Hello, Joe Ellen. It's been a while since I've heard from Joe Ellen. She says cork floors were pretty popular a few years ago.
But
I
is
still
that
don't think it's
cork?
cork. I really don't.
honestly don't. Yeah, exactly. I would be okay if it was cork. This looks like wicker diamonds. It looks like wicker tile. He's got to be an architect or artist or a retired Finnish soccer player. One of those things. But if he's an architect, what on earth is behind that blue vase? Like, what did he hang on the wall? What sort of architectural drawing is it? Is it bamboo? Is it B for bamboo? You
I
guys
don't think so.
pull this photo up on shop.lego.com and look at this effing floor.
Let's see
It
if we get
is
another picture of it
the
in here.
weirdest. Would we be so lucky as to see more pictures? Oh yes, we do, because we have this backwards,
We kind of have this here. You can't really see anything
This-
in there though.
this crate
But this picture,
and the wooden Lego piece sculpture behind on the shelf. Yeah, so let's look at that box. B for box. It looks
Yeah.
it looks like the lid is on the side. So it looks like he took a crate and pushed it onto its back and then put the barge on top of the box
hmm
in the middle of a walkway. And this is
Yeah.
how he's chosen to display it for
Yeah,
his
'cause
friends and family. Like,
we've
look what
got
I got.
those reinforcement strips on the parts that don't open, and then it looks like the lid is larger, but it's
Yeah.
in the background, not the foreground, and not on top. So I don't know.
Pockets Master same. Forget the barge. Forget the
Mhm.
barge. We're not talking about the barge. We want to see some other angles of this room. Get the stupid Lego model out of there. We got to figure this guy out. Papa Rex says some serious texture on that floor. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Because it's
that's crazy.
woven.
That's
It's
crazy.
woven wicker tiles.
It's crazy.
As much as everyone wants it to be cork, I have to
And
say I'm so sorry.
it's
And
not.
I can see in this picture the legs on the table do make sense. It's just
Yeah.
unfortunate in that one
It's only
angle.
only 3 legs. So I think that's part of what trips you up in that other angle. And you can't see the leg in that picture. You're going all the way back to it. Right here, and then the
Yeah.
third one's back here completely askewed. So it looks
Yeah.
like it only has 2 legs and it's kind of bouncing into nothingness.
Nick and Brick says whoever created designed this room tried too hard. Yeah, as long as we're back on this
Yeah, yeah,
image. Okay. Which one are you
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to?
yeah. Go. No.
Okay, so there is a tray. There's just a random gray tray all the way to the left behind yet another stool or end table. I don't know how many surfaces do you need in this room, guy. But there's just a random tray. Like maybe he didn't like he's the artist. Like maybe he needs this tray to clean off his clay or whatever. But above that, okay, this side of the room drives me insane. Above that, is there a dead tree on the wall? Is there also a dead tree in the room that's just out of shot? Because you mentioned all the dead plants. That yes, this driftwood thing on the wall, rattan woven flooring.
Yeah.
I think you're right. That floor has a high fiber content. Yes, it does. Why are all the plants dead?
I don't know.
Do we
Is
have
this-
Grandpa's urn in here
It
anywhere?
says well, sure. There's a looks like there looks like there are a couple spots where there might be an urn. One is next to the dead plant by the cracked
Which one? Oh, okay.
by the cracked picture down there. This red one right here.
Yes.
But there looks like there's maybe also an urn over here.
Why not?
Or possibly over here. I don't know. There's there's lots of urns at this place.
Last one for me. Well, yeah. And how did Grandma die? Did Grandma work on the set of Empire Strikes Back or on Return of the Jedi, and like maybe she fell into the Sarlacc pit?
She fell into the Sarlacc pit. Only thing
Yeah,
you can think of.
or Grandpa, who knows? Uh, you gotta have a stack of paper plates. Maybe when you're a clay artist, you need a lot of paper plates. But what's above the paper plates? That glowing metal mushroom
Yes.
on the second shelf.
Yes, this right here.
Really, really curious about that. Why are all the light sources in this room nonsensical?
Yeah, we've got the lamp over here shining down onto nothing.
Yes.
We have this thing if it is a light. We don't know where the heck this goes.
It looks like it's
And then we
pointing
have
at
got this thing.
the metal mushroom that's lighting that one very small area of that shelf, littered with books that have no writing or graphics on the binders.
Mm-hmm.
And Baru stunt double. That's how. B for
could be.
Baru.
Could be.
Possibly. When you're a Scandinavian architect, but not an interior designer.
Yep. Yep. So, I mean, I guess this begs the question. If we
Mhm.
think that this lifestyle campaign was a miss,
Yeah.
did they have any other ones
I-
that maybe made more sense?
I wonder.
Because our next topic is Behold the Style.
Yeah.
So,
Sure is,
as
isn't it?
usual, we traveled onto Stud's phone. We looked around a little,
Yeah.
and it turns out the Finnish soccer player, the
separately.
retired Finnish soccer player,
Yeah.
was not the only campaign they were thinking of for this.
True.
So, who wants to start?
I have 4.
Okay, then I will just do my 1, and then we can go to 4.
Oh, really?
Well, I have this one, and then I have one alternate one for a different campaign that's
Yeah.
pretty risque,
Right. I have 4
but
in
I
total.
did it anyway. Okay,
I
I have 2 in
that's
total. I only have 2.
funny enough, Ben. I also did one that's a little risque, and I did it anyway.
Okay.
I wonder if we didn't do the same set. It is, by the way, episode 69. So we are getting to kind of an NSFW part of the show. My
Okay.
last one is definitely NSFW. So I have one. I have one for the Barge, and then I have 3 I knows.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll go ahead and start. But
All
just to warn you guys, anybody who's watching with their children, perhaps now's the time for the kids to go to bed. We are hitting the episode 69 NSFW portion of the show. And here we go. Here's my first one. So this is the other lifestyle shot campaign that I found on Sud Sidious's phone for the sail barge. And here we go. Google is now full screen. Hey, congratulations.
Good work, Google.
Hey, there we go.
Whoa, that is a beefy box.
That is bigger than this guy realized. I think they're trying to show like there's a lot of money, there's a lot of value for your money here. I will say they used a very similar room to the retired Finnish soccer player, and
Yeah.
I will say let's just pretend that I asked AI to do this, or our independent artist. I did not ask for this specific of a room.
Concrete,
I think
concrete room.
I think I might have said like an artist loft with a bunch of dead plants, and it kind of nailed almost exactly. I did not do a lot of photoshopping on this. The only thing I photoshopped in, if I did, which I
Yeah.
didn't because I found this on Studded Sidious's phone, would have been the boots, because maybe AI generated these weird feet.
Yeah.
Everything else besides the barge is pretty much how it came, and I think our independent artist, nailed the hell out of the lifestyle shot room that
Yeah.
Lego was looking for with this particular brief. But man, is that guy being crushed? Like, I think it's inside his torso.
He truly is. That is just insane. Yeah. I do like all the dead plants.
I do too.
And Lego, they've got a thing for, trying to promote this to the artists.
Yeah.
But what do you think they're trying to say by this? I think they're trying to say, like, this set is not for the weak. You must be
Yeah.
You not only do you have to be a Star Wars bro, do you even lift bro, right?
Yes. Yes, I think they're very much saying that. And
Yeah.
I think they were kind of preempting the people who were going to complain about the price. They're like, yeah, but you don't understand how big
How
the set really
how
is.
heavy this dang thing is. Yeah.
Let us show you. This guy cannot breathe. This guy needs to be taken to a hospital immediately because there's a Lego set inside his lungs. Yeah. I think if that's what they were going for, I think this lifestyle shot campaign
Yeah.
shows that very, very clearly.
Yeah. He's apparently a pine cone enthusiast.
He does like the pine cones.
Does look like that a little bit, but
Is there not a cigarette butt on the floor behind his head too?
they're good. Yes. He spent all his money on Lego. Now he can't afford to finish his home. When I said he was a Finnish soccer player, I don't mean he wasn't finishing things. And he was, from Finland. No, but you're right. That's all concrete. all the artists, all the artwork's turned backwards because he's like embarrassed to show it.
Yeah.
But here we go.
And I would say that the guy in the official Lego lifestyle shot, I would say he's anything but a Finnish carpenter, judging by that room.
Yeah. Certainly not a carpenter. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of jars. Do we have Grandpa's urn anywhere?
I don't think we do. I don't think Grandpa's urn can be in every shot.
I
That
kind
would
of
kind of
feel like
spoil it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like maybe we do have Grandpa's urn, but it's got paintbrushes in it up here on the top
Yeah.
shelf.
Yeah, maybe that's what's happening here. Maybe it's not crushing his body. Maybe it's crushing his spirit that he's not a very good artist, doesn't have a lot of money, and spent $500 on this thing. Maybe that's the message they were afraid it would come across, without having to explain it, that it's just a big ass set, and you should be prepared for getting a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they decided not to use this
I feel
alternate
like,
lifestyle shot.
yeah, I think maybe the thought here was like, even if you're broke,
Yeah,
you can make yourself feel better by getting the barge. But if you get it, you
Yeah.
got to be aware. If you don't lift, bro, it ain't for you.
that's right.
Yeah.
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 So did you find? You said you also found an alternate life. Weird that I didn't find it.
It is weird.
We
you didn't
both
find it.
found separate alternate lifestyle
Yeah.
shots for the barge on Stud Sidious's phone,
Yeah, so-
independently of one another.
Yeah, here's the one I found.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, that's odd. It looks like this is meant to be for the Jaw set.
Well, I suspect, without knowing anything else,
Yeah.
that maybe these gentlemen work on a barge.
Right.
And
They
so
misunderstood the type of barge, or they were going for barge workers. Yeah. Oh, I
Right.
see. I see.
they're like, if you're a barge bro and you're hanging out with your barge buddies, what do you guys want to do? Well, obviously, what you guys want to do is hang out and build Jabba's
Mhm.
sail barge. But we still have some of our favorite tropes. Grandpa's
Absolutely.
urn,
Yes.
a
Hold
dead
on.
plant.
Hold on. Also, there's a bowl of pieces. That's really important. Like that is a huge ass
Mhm.
bowl of pieces. Like they've definitely been. They probably fish them out of the sea,
Yeah.
right? They're just like because they float around there. They had like a barge crashed, a container ship crashed, and
Mhm.
or like had a storm or something, and a bunch of Lego fell off of it, and Lego has been washing up on beaches for ages since then.
Yep.
And so perhaps that's what's happening. But I think my favorite part is the random um artwork. What would you call that? The artwork that is hanging on the ship's mast. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
what is that hanging on?
on the
I don't even
wheel.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they have it attached to the wheel, so it's easier to find the wheel during a storm. Abstract.
Maybe.
That's the word I was. Some
I'm
nice
not sure.
abstract art.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
it's
have
necessary for a lifestyle shot.
a
Maybe not.
little modern art in the picture. If you don't,
Maybe not on
no.
your barge, but in a lifestyle shot, yes.
Right,
So I bet you anything the set decorator in here.
right.
It's like B for but the art.
I will have you know that I saw or I heard some complaints about this picture initially because one of the
really?
barge bros was not holding Jabba at first. He was holding a cigarette, and they were like,
Oh no.
"No, we can't have that.
No.
Put down the cigarette and pick up Jabba."
Yeah.
So here he is holding Jabba. Jabba looks almost tasty in
He
this
does look like he's
lifestyle
about
shot.
to eat Jabba, yes. Like
Yeah,
Jabba's kind of a cookie.
or maybe like a scoop of guacamole.
Yeah, maybe that.
I'm not sure.
That's possible. How many pieces did they lose through the floor?
Yeah, I mean the floor does have some slats cut in it, so who knows?
Yeah. I mean, you drop that that tubing, the flex
Yeah,
tubing.
that ain't coming
That,
back.
no, you ain't getting that back
No,
unless it goes all the way through to the lower deck,
no.
and you can go look around for it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, even just like the wind and the sea, I can imagine it being very hard. They must have used the iPad instead of the paper instructions for this,
No question.
but really keeping it in
Mhm.
place when the boat's probably going to be moving quite a bit. I don't do barges really go out to sea? I think they're more like river.
Yeah, they might be more local transit. I don't know.
Yeah, more along the coasts and up rivers and
Yep.
waterways, perhaps.
Yep.
Let's see what Brick Dad Build says. That's why they didn't open the slats on the front half. Makes sense. Makes
Mhm.
sense. They know better. They're barge sailors. Yeah. All right. Good. Well, why do you think they ended up not using this? Was it just because of the man wants to eat the Jabba?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it was it was a little too limited.
Yeah.
They're like, we know there are a lot of sea captains that'll buy Jaws.
Yeah.
We don't know how many barge workers there are that'll buy the barge, right?
That's true.
I mean, they were
I guess.
trying their hardest, but
Yeah. It was a good idea. Good idea, but
I think the problem was the intersection of barge worker who owns modern art was too small for them to sell a Lego set.
and is also a Star Wars fan. Well, it's
Yeah.
probably a little not as narrow as we think, but yeah,
Yeah.
probably not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so there it
well,
is. I don't know.
cool. Right. Well, I found another one from another set.
Mhm.
Um, let's see if you can tell what this lifestyle shot. What set were they trying to market to this
Mhm.
person?
Okay. Shelf, cabinet, shelf, cabinet, not
Uh-huh.
cabinet, just cabinet.
Yeah. Hmm.
Fridge cool food, house best kitchen. Well, this sounds like it's from the Blockleverse.
It might, yeah. You know what? I think you're right, and I think Stud did some independent work for non-Lego companies who make brick sets.
Yeah,
Brick Dad Build suggests that
I
the
think.
lifestyle shot was too much of a sausage
Yeah,
fest. No women to support.
yeah, good point.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
there are female barge workers. They should have got one in there, but they
yeah,
didn't.
and female Star Wars fans.
So
Yeah, they're pretty narrow-minded there.
my first thought on on this is that it's the house cake house, um, from the Blockleverse.
And what makes you think that?
Well, it's all pink inside.
Yeah,
We have some interesting Blockleverse-esque labels.
Yeah.
House best kitchen was something. Cabinet was something.
yeah.
They did okay on shelf, but I don't know. It seems like a little bit of broken English in here, which is a a highlight of house best police or car best police or whatever it was
Yeah,
that we
car
saw in the
best police.
Blockoverse. Car
Yeah, I
best
think
police. Yeah.
funny enough, you're right.
Whoa! I got it.
You got it on the first guess there.
First
It is
time ever.
the hair salon and heart-shaped cake house from the
All right.
Blockleverse, and they even got the massively out of scale bucket and extra. But yeah,
The little racers. Yeah.
nobody lives in this town.
Nobody
Nobody
here.
lives
Yep.
in these houses. So this the lifestyle shot is for nobody.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
indeed for nobody.
makes sense, huh?
Basically perfect.
All right, so my last one is the NSFW one. And
Okay.
your next one is the NSFW one. Should I go through my
Well,
next two and then we go on to yours, or would you like to do your NSFW one now?
it's not that it's not safe for work. It just my wife said I probably shouldn't do it because of the nature of the subject.
I swear to God, we're gonna have the same exact. Well, I mean, we did
I-
both have Stud Sidious' phone, so it's possible that we
It's
found the exact same
possible.
campaign.
All right, why don't you give me
This is
your
the first time
non NSF
NSF.
ones. Then I'll give you mine. Then we'll get your not safe
Or
for work one last.
we'll call it not not safe for Rachel. NSFR.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so this.
Yep.
Um, who did they? What what set was built for this guy?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to say.
What could it possibly be?
This
Well, let's start with who is this guy, Ben? What does he do for a living?
I believe that this is a Lego YouTuber.
I think you're right. It
And
seems to be the case.
I think he's a bro, and he's very mad about something.
Yeah.
He's probably very mad
Yeah.
about a fives figure.
Oh, maybe.
'Cause,
Maybe.
sometimes they get a little crazy about things like that, which would make me think that this is the the Tainted 4 set, but I don't know.
Yeah, so I will say that is a very good guess, and that was
Mhm.
one of the possibilities. I read the brief. That was one of the possibilities for what they were going to have
Okay.
this guy do, but it was something different, something newer.
Newer.
Yeah.
Oh, what else would they hate? It's probably a Star Wars thing though, because the Star Wars community has very passionate fans.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the Dark Millennium Falcon, or something like that. I'm not sure. So
Papa
what we
Rex
got here?
suggests it might be the
He
Hulkbuster.
bought the
Um,
Hulkbuster.
so I think I'm happy this is the one that they went with this brief, because it's the one that actually annoys me the most that the Lego YouTubers complain about. It's the
Oh,
Zelda set. Yeah.
okay. Why do
Why is
they
he
hate
so mad?
Zelda? Why is he?
Because it
Why are
because
you
it
so
costs
mad, bro?
it costs too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's the Rex re-release, and and for this one, Brick Dead builds. All right, so I mean, I guess I chose the wrong set. I mean, I guess they should have. They had better sets they could have made these alternate lifestyle shots with. This one makes two different sets, so they had plenty of options to try to get him to like buck up and do what they hired him for. But no, this is, man. He just kept going. He's upset that this costs so much. What about the Bowser set? He said the Bowser
Yeah,
set. Yeah, Bowser set
that
was the same price.
that was a great deal.
Yeah, and
Had more
it had
pieces.
yeah, or it wasn't the
Ridiculous.
same price. It had the same amount of pieces, but would cost less or something. I don't know. I don't know what his problem is. But they decided they're like, obviously they're like, he does look like a Zelda fan. Yes, thank you. Um,
Mhm.
um, I think they tried to give him like a break. They're like, okay, let's go to your Lego man cave and just see if we can get this guy to cool off, and maybe we'll get a usable shot from him. But no,
He is not happy. Not
no,
happy at all. What's
no,
with
he's
all
not.
the what's with, what's with all the almost Halo-esque looking figures in the back? He's big video game guy apparently.
Big video game guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think those are supposed to be Lego models. So I mean, he mocks too. You know.
Yeah. This
Yeah, and they
the
even
look
tried to
you
like.
get when D&E gets the CMF and not Zelda.
Yeah, yeah, he's
Man.
pissed about that too, I think. So yeah, there's just no cheering this guy up, no matter which
Oh.
version of the set they put on the table, no matter how long they gave him to get over his little ego. They even brought out the paper plates in the dead plant.
That is quite a nice stack. What else is on the floor behind him there? I can't quite see it.
It might be something that was that AI came up with that was on the table that I then photoshopped another table surface over and just didn't bother
And that
to.
was still stuck there.
That might be a remnant of some sort of like AI
Mhm.
generated Lego truck.
Mhm.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know for sure. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's just a guess. Or an extra from a Kevin Smith film. Yeah, maybe that. Maybe he was in Clerks. Extra. Maybe he was the star of Clerks. Yeah. So that's my last one before I get to my NSFR.
Okay.
So let's let's see this, because I have a feeling we went with the same set.
I don't know. All right, so let me just say, I understand my wife told me not to do this one, but I couldn't help myself. I found this on Stud's phone.
What is this? Decoys for Sally.
Yeah, they are. Sometimes they're not as educated as they should be. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they're supposed to say decoys for sale.
We did not do the same one, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't think we did. Um, so so these gentlemen,
Mhm.
they have a certain look about them.
Yeah, they look like they might be, they might vote for a certain person.
Yeah, they've got a political leaning, and
Are
you
they
know,
citizens of
whatever.
the United States?
I that looks like they are. Look at how popular they are with those shirts.
Well, the thing is, it's not the exact American flag. It's kind of like some weird sort of conglomeration. That's why I was asking. Like maybe there's
Yeah,
a flag out there that's similar. Um,
maybe.
they do look. They look angry. They look like they don't want to sally any decoys, or they do want to sally some decoys. Um, and so I can't think of what this would be. We have a guess from VMAC Attack that it's B for banana boner. Um, and Papa Rex says, I mean the Blockverse race cars.
No,
It could be the instruction book. I don't know where we saw an instruction book. Is there one here?
there isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lost on what this is.
All right. Well,
I would imagine that like it's. Did we ever look at a duck? That's the first thing I think of when I think of decoy.
hmm yeah. No, that's not what this was. They have a whole stack of them.
Toys for
Because
9,899. What does that say underneath?
that might be maybe it was 98.99 and they just put the decimal point in the wrong
Toys.
place. I don't know.
Oh, perhaps.
Not sure.
Decoys for Sally. Toys for. All right,
You ready?
I am.
Here we go.
Sally must be a childless cat lady.
Or or they're decoys so that your Haitian neighbors don't accidentally eat your pet.
Oh no. Oh, there's so many cats in politics right now. I forgot about Haitian neighbors eating your cats.
Well, they won't if you buy the decoys.
Yeah.
Save your pets. Rachel said, "Don't do this one," and I said, "I'm tired, and I gotta get it done."
Yeah.
So we're just
No.
going for it.
It's definitely a concept. I can imagine. All right, so I would say very easily, I can see why Lego chose to do this campaign.
Yes, this literally would alienate like half of your base.
Literally.
Yeah, it's not a good call, and I can understand why they said, you know what, that's too far. We understand that maybe there was some miscommunication on this, and we don't want to promote this idea. But there it is. So they did scrap it, and I think they made the right call.
Very, very responsible of them, by the way.
Yes. Not of me. I was like, no, I'm gonna blab their problems.
Yeah, no, it's good to know that like they made responsible choices with
Very
their campaigns.
responsible.
I am lost, by the way, at like the positioning of the dudes, and it's not like I don't see this in real photographs of real people like this. Where I'm like, do you realize how homoerotic some of this is? The guys, especially on the left, not like the guy on the right is having an innocent time. The
I
guy
think
specifically on the left who looks like the guy in the back doesn't even have his own legs.
I know.
That's how close
That
they're
is
standing to each
that
other.
is interesting. It either looks like the guy in the front has 3 legs, or yeah, the guy in the back, his leg with like the slope of the pants. Yeah, it was not
Yes.
good. And the guy in the front,
No.
he's got like 2 stars right in the middle.
Right. Of course.
Yeah, and I'm
It was
not
like
sure.
it's
I'm
like
not sure on all this.
when I was trying to get our independent artist to make a man standing in a pair of boxers with Kylo Ren right at the crotch, and it
Mhm.
just kept telling me I was too naughty to be asking it for artwork at the time. Is it Master Blaster?
Yeah. So
Very
anyway,
good question.
good on Lego for pulling the plug.
Yeah.
They
No,
didn't go with this, and I totally get it.
that's the biggest takeaway for me as well. Is like, yeah,
Mhm.
This would not be a good move, especially
No.
since the set came out so long ago. They'd have to they'd have to kind of like switch streams. Be like,
I
oh,
kind
let's
of
go for these guys now, right?
I felt like they were like
Yeah,
trying to capture the market for something that was like all of a sudden a need.
yeah, right.
But I think maybe Lego like did the same thing that a lot of people did initially when they heard it. They thought, man, that's gross and disgusting,
Yeah,
and we need to protect the pets. And then a little later, they found out, okay, yeah, well, maybe it was not really true, and we don't really need to do it. So I think they made the right choice.
yeah.
But there it is,
All right,
decoys for sale.
here's one that Rachel probably would have told me not to do,
Okay.
but here it is. So it's, yeah, I put my own warning on it. I'm glad that you got to your warning before I did. Kids to bed, everybody.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. What set did they make for this guy? There's a lot of bros in these alternative lifestyle shots.
Okay.
What could this possibly be?
Well, I see a few, I see a few things in here. First of all, he's holding a bagel with a
Yes,
hole in
he
it.
is. Yes, he is.
He also seems to be a general fan of fruit because he has a pineapple in his kitchen as well.
A full pineapple just sitting there ready to be sliced because that's how people buy pineapples here in the States, right?
Yeah, I almost feel like he wants to do something with that bagel.
I feel like he would also think it was hilarious. So Brick
Yes.
Dad Builds think this might be the the Pharrell Williams set, and VMAC Attack is once again guessing
Going with
Banana
banana
Boner.
boner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a solid guess, especially based on this.
Oh, she's watching.
It could also be because Legos made their own bizarre choice by releasing Peely Bone.
Yes.
So I mean, this guy looks like maybe he's played some Fortnite
Yeah. Maybe.
after some big trips to the gym.
Right. Well, this is what our independent artist thinks bros are.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, except for the influencer bro who is clearly doesn't go to the gym.
right.
So
And
Papa Rex
by
is
the way,
suggesting maybe
just
it's
a
a donut
passing
hole.
resemblance to other people in the Lego community. It was not any specific person.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Peely Bone on this. It's the only guess I have.
Well, VMAC Attack was right. It is.
You need to work a little harder on that Photoshop job.
It needed some extra photoshopping. Which so unfortunately I found other lifestyle shots for this particular set. And
this was the best one.
They needed a lot more photoshopping, so I just kind of let this one slide. As it were, I let it slide. The when we showed the set on the live stream, people literally asked us not to do lifestyle shots for this, but I didn't. It was obviously Stud Sidious was doing some freelance work for the Blockleverse for SD Pro, and they got him to do this set. And unfortunately, there are lifestyle shots for this set. Are you ready for the next one? Whoops! I already clicked it.
Clearly a big clearly a big hit at parties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, this guy is the life of the party. He's just so funny. Look, he bought this this brick built Lego boner banana, and look where he's holding it. Har har har.
Har har har.
Yeah. We've got another classic screenshot here.
Brick Dad Build just gives us a bro.
Yep.
Papa
Don't
Rex
act like
says, don't act like you're not impressed. Come on.
I'll leave it. All right, yeah, you got it. Yeah. This is I know this guy. I
You probably
definitely went,
dated this guy.
A, dated, B, went to college with,
Mhm.
C, have met several times since then. I just kind of I have a tendency to attract this type of human.
Mhm.
You know what? You know what's really unfortunate? Oh, here's what's sending me to hell. There's one more shot.
Yes. Brick Orphanage, what you said. I'm not even gonna put it on screen. People can read it if they want to. All right, what do we got?
Oh no, no.
What do we got? What's our last one here?
Yeah, well, I do like one thing is it's amazing that the dead plant is both behind and in front of the curtain. And it's always
I didn't even see it, but where's Grandma's urn?
I you don't want to know. With these bros around, you don't want to know what happened to Grandma's urn. And like and Brick Orphan's comment, I will say, as many of these guys as I've known, there's always just like a gaggle of women that are like impressed, falling all over themselves, and then just hate him later.
Yeah. Plus, you don't know. Could be the guys who are exhausted.
Yeah, exactly.
Who
It's
knows?
certainly possible. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Like I don't feel so bad for the one I did anymore.
So I was like, this is nothing. But you know this guy would do this. You know damn well.
He would, and the other guy, what happened to his hand?
I don't.
Did he have an unfortunate firework accident? His left hand, and why is there a giant cucumber on the wall behind this guy's head up on the couch? I'm also very confused by the heart motif strung up here.
That's apparently what our independent artist thinks of someone having a party. They must need to hang a banner
Of hearts,
like
of lacy hearts.
dried leaves is what I thought they were. It's an autumn party, apparently. Welcome autumn.
I'm not even sure I want to know how you ended up getting these pictures for several reasons.
Oh. Let me tell you, there's a point where our independent artist is like, sure. And then it's like, no, I can't do that. It depended on the words that I use. So the way I got this one, and by the way, I had to Photoshop two of them together. Not that I did this. I found this in this form on Stud Sidious's phone. I'm glad Stud Sidious is not here tonight because he'd probably be like, y'all knock it off. So while it wasn't giving me what I was asking for, it did when it finally came up with this. And I was just asking for it for it to be like a guy holding a banana at the back of another guy's pants. It did give them giant bulges at their pants at the same time. It did that on their own. And then I was like, I was trying to get them closer to each other. So I was trying to get the one guy grabbing the back of the other guy's shirt. And it was just like, we don't think, or grabbing his pants. And he was like, we don't think that we can do that. That violates our policies. And I was just like, okay, just have him grabbing his shirt. And I got some really, really homoerotic wrestling pictures. I was like, you couldn't show him grabbing the back of his pants, but you could show them ripping each other's shirts off. I was like, get me out of here. The chat is still there.
Yeah.
It is. I should do a deep dive, a video of like, this is how to work with ChatGPT. Look at the stuff that I went through. This one was bonkers. This is like 3 or 4 shots put together just because it shifts like one thing at a time. My favorite is I had the guy to the left, all the way to the left in the background. He wasn't looking at them. He was laughing at something off screen. And so I switched his eyes. I went in there and just like pixelated, I did it with a pencil and a brush. And when I pulled out, I don't want to say that. When I went back to 100% from zooming in, I can't believe how overly excited he looks. And it's my favorite part of the picture because it was unintentional. Like he's having way too much fun with this particular joke. And I think this has been up on the screen for way too long.
Too long.
Yeah. But there we have it. Those are the alternate lifestyle shots I found on Stud's phone this week. Yeah. And by the way, Ben, I have some bad news for you.
Yeah.
Are you sitting down?
I am.
Obviously. ST Pro is gone.
What?
Can't find it.
What?
Maybe having drunk Minnie and Daisy got them kicked out of Amazon,
Maybe.
which maybe we should kind of get ready for that ourselves, since we've had some drunk Daisy and drunk Minnie moments on our live stream.
We have.
But it's not that we made them. We were
Right.
just reporting that someone else did.
Right.
Perhaps Disney watched our live stream and was like, we got to go after these SD Pro people, and that's where the SD Pro people went.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe
possible.
maybe it's possible maybe they saw our stream because I think Disney does watch us closely.
I think you're right.
And
Likely
I think as part of that, they were unaware of ST Pro until we introduced them to ST Pro.
Duh. Yeah. Correct.
So yeah, I mean, I think we're partly responsible. Sorry, ST Pro. But I'm glad you guys didn't go with that not safe for work campaign.
The
But
flannel. Okay, so I love that he saw that. The flannel tank tops. the flannels with the tank tops. So the more of those images I created, part of the problem was the men at the party started not having shirts on. Like
I didn't ask for that.
I was like, and they started putting them like the guys in the foreground, and so some of my prompts to Chat GPT were like, "Dear Lord, can he keep his clothes on, please?" Yes. I know I want a banana. I want him to hold a banana at the back of another man's pants, but I don't want it to get like freaky.
I want it
Just
freaky. I don't want
broy.
it freaky.
Broy,
Yeah.
not freaky.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of that problem too. I was gonna see if I could find some on here.
Like Chat
Oh.
GPT. Have you ever met a bro?
Dang it. Dang it, I didn't do it on this computer, obviously. I was having problems with the Barge because eventually they started making them look like dolls. And they had like joints, weird joints at the wrists and the elbows. I'm like, why did these become dolls all of a sudden? I didn't ask for that or want that. And so I kept saying, like, you made their wrist or their arm look like a doll. And they're like, oh, I see what you're saying. I'll do it again without making them look like a doll.
And it
then
looks
they
more like a doll.
reproduces it, and it looks like a doll again. And I'm like,
So that was part of our meeting this week that we recorded. Is Ben and I made that first image together. Well, I made it while Ben watched, and so Ben watched how I talked to Chat GPT. I thank it for
you're very
doing good
polite.
work.
Yes.
I ask it questions and say please, and it just kept making the person being crushed by the sail barge box more and more of a Lego person. So I told it like, what do you think a human looks like? Please make the person on the ground under the box a human. And it made it like a Scala Technic doll. It's so weird. It's like, well, not a Lego minifigure, but still a toy. But I
know.
was no longer asking it anything Lego related at all, but it took everything back from the rest of the conversation. Pockets Master brings up a great point. The ladies left in that last image, and maybe that's it. So like they definitely left at the right time. And Papa Rex says, or is that why they left? Yeah, it gets a little bit.
Could've
And
been either.
honestly, Ben, you and I have talked about this. Sometimes like bros get a little bit too much for my taste. Bros get a little bit too much like gay sex is funny. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? It's not funny to me. Like,
Yeah, no. I do like to watch Mark perform on Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to collaborate here to produce the best potential image we could.
Yeah.
And sometimes Chat GPT goes off the rail. For example, when I was working on my Barge Bros, at one point I just said, okay, I'm stopping. Let's move on to something else. I'll have to come back to this because you won't stop producing dolls. And if Mark knows the magic words to coax GPT out of producing dolls for people, I will take it.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, well, Mark's very polite to Chat GPT. Maybe it doesn't like me because I'm, I don't say please and thank you or good job, nice try, So
I argued with it today because it wouldn't put. I was trying to get it so that the influencer, the angry bro influencer, was in the background Like he wouldn't even join the shot. Like he was back in the corner and he had his arms crossed, and it
Mhm.
just kept getting him closer to the camera. It's sometimes like the harder you try to get it, and it's like, and it was telling me, it's like, oh, I understand that you want him positioned in the background. Let me try again, and then it puts him like like right up against the screen. You're like, no, you seem to understand what I was asking. Let me see if I can find this one. As long as we're all in on it, oh,
Yeah.
I won't show the shirtless wrestling ones that they came up with. Um, but when it finally came up with, you know what? I won't show those.
We're already off the rails.
Here
Yeah,
they
so
are.
I don't realize how bad these looked until I'm on live stream and I'm considering making them live. But
I'm like,
honestly, it was jumping off a cliff to be like, okay, I am gonna put this on the live stream because it's ridiculous. So now they requested, please never show us lifestyle shots of Banana Boner Man, and I just ran right over that request,
you
and now
got it.
you've seen them. You got what
Damn.
you didn't want, and you'll never be able to look away. But how
Mhm.
many times in your lives, men in the chat, right? Men in the Tainted right now, how many times in your life have you seen that guy? Done it at every party. It doesn't matter. It could be a beer bottle, it could be a pencil, it could be whatever. He's
Yeah.
just gonna run around and be like, oh.
Yeah.
So
I
there
don't
we
know
have
what
it.
to tell you.
From experience.
Well, there we have it. We found some
Here we go.
very, very bizarre lifestyle shots. And in fact, we did
Yeah.
behold the style. And
Mhm.
I am personally glad that they
Yeah.
abandoned those campaigns because
Me too.
they were just not right.
No,
Um,
they were all sorts of wrong, actually.
yeah, it's quite frequent, LOL. Yeah. Hopefully
Yeah.
hopefully VMAC, you're not the one who's holding the banana boner.
And if you
Beef or
are, that's
banana boner.
okay. That's okay if you are. It's a very typical sort of like testosterone humor. I've participated several times in my life. I was 24 when I came out of the closet. So I'm sure I've held the banana myself. I said that live, and there's no taking it back. There we go. Hey, Jesse just joined us. Hopefully you stopped in right when I was talking about holding my banana. Jesse's B for Brick Galaxy.
Jesse has his own billboard, B for billboard. It's actually more like a banner, B for banner.
Yeah.
So he's got that. He's also got B for business cards.
Yeah.
And he's got Jesse's Brick Galaxy t-shirts.
Interesting.
Our merch game is way low. Like non-existent.
Way low.
Um,
Non-existent. Yes, and I have a
Mm.
Redbubble store.
Oh. Interesting.
It's not live yet.
Hmm.
And I've been working on it since like July. And it's really not that hard to do to put together a Redbubble store. A Brick Bubble?
Mhm.
Redbubble store. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
I haven't done it.
Jesse's
I haven't
B
finished.
Galaxy. That's right.
Jesse's Brick Galaxy. Brick singular, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Jesse's only got one Brick Galaxy. He's got a whole galaxy though. We only have a world.
We only have the world.
He's way above us. Okay. We're at 2 hours, 37 minutes. I was only here for part of it. However, we do still have time for a close call and a rant, of course.
Yeah, so let's start here. I'll go ahead and start the slideshow. There we go.
All right.
All right, kids. I had a dog weekend. I had a dog week. We had great times with Orion and Cheeto, with our house guests, and so it's a dog themed close call this week. So better cartoon dog out of these three, and the reason I left Scooby out, because these all rhyme. If you don't know who they are, then you're young. It's Droopy, Goofy, and Snoopy. I think the one that people might not know, if they're
Droopy,
too
probably.
young, would be Droopy.
Yeah.
But I left Scooby out because everyone would choose Scooby, rightfully. So he is the best cartoon dog. However, out of these three, what's the best one of these three? Droopy, Goofy, Snoopy.
I've got a question.
We got an immediate answer from Joe Allen. Snoopy.
Oh yeah, Snoopy as well. Snoopy, of course, is big in the Twin Cities because that's where Charles Schultz was from.
Is he now? Okay.
In fact, we have
says too.
little statues of Charlie Brown. that
Look
are
at
like-
Ralph Nader wanting Droopy. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry. Little statues of Charlie Brown, which I've
They're
seen.
actually not little. They're pretty big, and they're painted
Yeah.
by like artists and stuff. And it's actually
Yeah.
the whole Peanuts gang.
It's like the
but
Chicago
mostly-
Cows.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. They're positioned around the city and they've moved around. I want to know, does Droopy ever talk?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I think he does too, doesn't he? Doesn't he always
Yeah.
say like, "I'm so sad"?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
exactly what his voice sounds like. Yes.
something like that. Yeah, kind of has that slow roll talk.
But I do think he says, "I'm so happy," and that's like kind of the joke of the cartoon is that he has like a very depressing, low
Right.
voice, and he's like, "This is the best day of my life," like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Hey, we got quite a few people repping Droopy here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm almost tempted to cut Goofy because, first of all, I've always been confused. Why can Goofy talk but Pluto can't?
Right.
What's with that?
That was a bit of a miss on the entire like Disney family uh,
Yeah.
creation. Yes. That's
They're like,
an
my dog
interesting
can
question.
talk except for my pet dog, which can't talk. And I'm like, okay, so if you have a dog that can't talk, you force him to be a pet? That
My
just
voice
seems wrong.
my vote's for Goofy, but I believe I'm the only one. So now
I'm
it's
cutting
between
Goofy
Droopy
out,
and
man.
Snoopy. Yeah, Droopy and Snoopy seem to be getting it. So let's see. I've got 3 votes here for Snoopy. I got 4 votes for Snoopy, 3 votes for Droopy. And what did you say, Ben?
Well, I cut out Goof. I haven't she picked between the other two. I kind of like the affect of Droopy more. But Snoopy's more iconic for me personally.
Oh, it's tied now. AM3GA 1582. Wow, that's quite a name. Just voted for Droopy.
Mm-hmm. Brick Dad Builds also says Goofy dated a cow too. Well, that's fine. I don't care about
I
that.
think Horace dated Clarabelle.
Mm.
We got another vote for Snoopy.
All right, another
Another
vote
vote
for
for
Droopy.
Droopy. Okay.
Man,
So Ben, you're going to be
this
the
is a close
tiebreaker
call.
here. Yeah.
All right,
Respect for Goofy as a single dad, but still no. All right. Fair enough.
I'm gonna have to give it to my boy Snoop. Snoopy,
Yeah.
man,
The
you're the man, Snoopy.
the writing was on the wall for that because you're from Minnesota
Mm,
and because you just explained that Charles M. Schultz is from there too.
yeah,
Does he have the same middle initial as Salacious Crumb? No, it's Salacious B. Crumb,
yeah,
right?
it's not, yeah, but Charles Schultz, the peanuts were so big that at
Yeah.
first when the Mall of America was opened, the amusement park in the center of the Mall of America was Knott's Camp Snoopy, which was all peanuts themed.
It's fine.
And then
Say peanuts. Peanuts.
peanuts themed.
Papa Rex, it's okay.
Yeah, and then after Charles died and the lease ran out, like they couldn't come to an agreement, so now it's been renamed a couple times. For a while, it was just the park at Mall of America, and now it's got Nickelodeon themage. I missed the Camp
a water
Snoopy,
park.
but that's
It was
okay.
a water park for a while, right?
Never been a water park, though they do have a
My
flume
hand
ride.
isn't even on screen. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, they do have a flume ride and a couple other things.
Wow. I
So
believe this is a close call.
it is
I
close.
can't remember because Papa Rex voted twice.
Yeah.
But we got another vote from Sarah DeRosset for Droopy. And wow. I didn't realize there was so much love out there for Droopy and so much disdain for Goofy.
Poor,
Or
poor
not
Goofy.
disdain. Disdain, but just like what do you call it when you're like, eh? So much meh for Goofy?
So much apathy or
Apathy. Yeah, apathy's
yeah.
good. All right, so what's next?
I don't know.
What
is next?
Hey, who would have known? I got a good close call. So better Lego dog.
Ooh,
The Husky, the
the Dachshund.
Dachshund, thank you, or
Mhm.
the American Bulldog.
Yeah.
I almost said Schnauzer, and then I was like, wait, no, what is that called?
There's been a couple different versions of the Husky.
There have been.
Man, here's the
Doesn't
thing.
matter about the version; it matters these 3 versions, sir.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Mm.
The Bulldog has the cutest expression.
No kidding.
But wiener dogs are just funny, straight up.
Correct.
So for me, it's between those two, though I see a lot of people voting for the Husky.
So we got Husky.
I like
Right.
the white
There's
one's
not a
better,
white one
another
on
Husky.
screen right now.
Yeah.
Red Husky, and what's this? Only one duo molded, which is the
The Husky.
Bulldog. Yes, Husky. Wow, we got a lot of Husky votes. Bulldog. Okay, so we got Bulldog versus Husky. I was gonna go for the Say it again. What is Schnauzer? Not a
Dachshund.
Schnauzer. Dachshund.
Yeah.
The wiener dog. So we got bulldog, husky, bulldog, husky.
A lot of
Wow.
husky fans.
Wow. You and I are team Dachshund.
Yeah.
And well, I
It's-
think
they're just so fun.
I've had two friends. Well, one friend, one roommate that had Dachshunds, and the my roommate, we had to make sure that Magoo was his name.
Good
He had to
name.
be
I
walked
like it.
before I came home from class because he would pee every time he saw me because he gets so excited that I came home.
Uh-huh.
So that's like I just have uh, um, Dachshund love in
Yeah.
my heart. Oh, Z Spouse is on with the Dachshund too. So it's us three against like the world
The
of
world.
Husky versus Bulldog.
Well, you
And
Omega 1582 going with the husky. Look at the picture in the
Omega, thank you. I was like OM3GA15A2.
they got a dog there. It doesn't look quite like a husky, but it's kind of got that same like big dog
It
energy
looks
there.
it looks like a white shepherd to me
Yeah.
in their avatar there. But yeah, I would say so. If
Papa
Ben,
went for the dachshund too.
oh, thank you, Papa. So it's getting closer. It's getting closer. But Ben, if you and I had to decide between the Husky and the American Bulldog,
Yeah.
which one would you go for?
Okay, I'm gonna say right now the bulldog looks a little more cartoony, but I love him.
Mm-hmm.
He's super cute. I love the stout little look, the stubby little legs. He's the one I'd want to
Yep.
snuggle. I'm gonna say that the husky is a more beautiful animal, but
Yeah.
this is Lego. I want him to be goofy as all hell. I'm voting bulldog.
Yeah, and I do think that they did a better husky mold than a shepherd mold because I used to have a shepherd before I had my hound. They do need a Yorkie. They need a hound for God's sake. They have like a mastiff. Like, come on, he was a white shepherd. Oh,
know.
yes, I thought so. We've also had huskies and malamutes. I had a white shepherd. What is that called? A Rhodesian Ridgeback mix, and there was a bit of pit bull in there too. And she was so freaking smart and very scary looking, but very sweet girl. Um, so but we're not comparing it to those other molds, right? So I'm
Yeah.
saying the Husky is a good mold. It's a better mold than the German Shepherd.
The
I
husky's more
wanted to,
realistic looking as well. Like
yeah.
it's
And
a better mold. I agree, but I love the bulldog anyway.
I purposely exactly because we don't have that mold in here. We're asking which of these three is the best. I am going to go with the Bulldog as well. I purposely did not put any of the Friends dogs in here because they're way too cartoony. But this one, as a representation of an actual dog in the system sets, I do believe we've got. Are they using the same account here?
I don't know.
Are they arguing with each other?
I don't know either.
I don't know. There's a little spat going on. Let's just say thank you for not putting a Friends mold in here. You're welcome. You're welcome. I did that purposely. Maybe next week the close call will be like best friends pet mold. It'll be the parrot versus the otter. Anybody who chooses parrot, you're on my shit list. All right. So next one. There's two more, by the way.
Exciting. More
Best
dogs.
Fabuland dog.
Oh, that's
Sheepdog
not even
or
close.
bulldog.
Bulldog. Hands
Really?
down.
Okay.
Hell yeah, man.
Why is that?
I love the little spot on the eye.
Yes, I
Um,
figured I was going to use the brown one, but I'm like, let's use the better bulldog because this bulldog is endearing.
Yeah.
So
I don't
I do-
mind the little mustache on the
Yeah.
shepherd dog there.
Yeah.
But that bulldog, his face and the little spots on his nose, and then the eye just sell it for me. Oh,
Right,
they're going
so-
with the sheepdog.
Just
For
one
Joe Allen.
person is so far. V Mech Attack is saying the bulldog.
Bulldog.
So for me, like these are both. This is hard for me to choose because they're both painfully nostalgic because I got them for the same Christmas. I got Boris Bulldog, the mailman, and the hospital set. So I had Dr. David Dog, or I think in the original instructions he's just Dr. Dog. I don't remember, but so I had Boris and I had David. And like they were my favorites because they were dogs and we couldn't have a dog. Apparently, I'm being corrected. He was part husky, mostly shepherd. Okay, bulldog is gentrified. Yeah, those poor things with their sinuses. That's why you got to go to a good breeder if you want that bulldog. The Wolfman, that's not an option, by the way. Bulldog. All right, people are going for the bulldog. It's very hard for me because so when I was I don't know, maybe 10 or 11, and that was during the short period of time where they stopped selling Fabuland in the States. No, I was probably 9 or 10. Doesn't matter. During that time, I lost my sheepdog. down a fence post because I was playing at my grandparents' house and they had a bunch of like
He means his
empty fence posts.
Fabuland sheepdog, not an actual sheepdog. Just to be clear.
Who says that? Oh yes, I do. That me.
You, yes. You mean your
Oh,
sheepdog
that's the sheepdog
figure.
figure.
Yes.
So there was like I was playing some game, like there's some adventure they were all on, and they were all like trapped in different places, and there was a empty fence post from like a chain link fence because they'd replaced it with wood, but they left the post in the ground because they were old. And so I dropped them in there. I thought they would hold each other in place, like the big heads, but they both fell down the post, and it was Percy Pig and Dr. David Dog, and Percy was newer, and for some reason, newer Fabuland figures floated, and so I was able to get Percy Pig out, but Dr. David Dog, there was a bunch of dirt in this fence post, and he got like buried. We couldn't even see it with the flashlight, and like that, it's one of the more rare pieces. It only came in 2 sets: the hotel and the hospital. And so I didn't get another one until I was like 30. Well, no, I was younger than that, but still, it was a good 15 years until I got a
Ridiculous.
sheepdog back in my life. So I'm partial to the sheepdog, but everyone else seems to be going for the bulldog.
I think it's the eye, man. I just like the eye.
Yeah, the eye is adorable, and it's also Cop Mike. That was a sig fig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mark,
So last,
Mark making emotional reaction. Fair enough. Well,
yeah, that's what I said. I
Mhm.
said that too. You're right. All right, so last one. Better Lego Wolf.
um,
I don't have a dog in this fight, actually.
yeah. if I was going to have one of these,
Mm-hmm.
I think first of all, I would like to point out
Good night,
that
Reed.
I believe
Mm-hmm.
the figure on the left
Mm-hmm.
is actually a saber-toothed tiger.
Damn it. I was worried about that.
They do have a wolf mold in Chima, but I think that one's a saber-toothed tiger. Who freaking
So I screwed this
knows?
up, basically. Oh,
Who
yeah.
freaking knows?
Yes, I did get it wrong. So never
But he
mind.
does have the big saber teeth in there.
Well, which
However,
figure do you let's just do then Chima versus Animal Crossing.
okay. I've just there's one thing I would like to point out.
Oh, the wolves are kind of cute.
Yeah, if we were going to do any sort of Animal Crossing dog, though, why wouldn't it be this? So there we go, a little KK
Good question,
slider.
though. Yeah.
KK should have made it in there. But if I was choosing between these two,
should've.
well, here's the pro of this adorable Animal Crossing wolf. It has a tail. It has the movable
Yeah.
short legs, which are cute.
Yes.
It's tomato soup in color, of
Crap
course.
is this song? Naked Brick's not a fan of Animal Crossing, apparently.
You don't know about KK Slider's song? The
What?
greatest part about KK Slider's song is, of course, it inspired us to find all those AI camera shots where the camera puts puts warnings right on a picture for you for those disclaimers.
Oh, we haven't done that for a while.
We haven't. But of course, that's what's great about KK. So I would say there's a lot going for the wolf. I do, however, like the mask over the minifig head. It's kind of a 2-for-1 deal, and then you can use the mask for other things.
Yeah.
It's scarier too if you're more into castle-y stuff. So I would probably go with the Chima figure.
Yeah. So those
But
I think you have the pros and cons exactly right. If you're an Animal Crossing fan, you're going to want these figures in the first place, let alone just the torsos. Every different torso that comes
Yeah.
in a new set, and we're going to see a lot when the Able Sisters comes out in January, is a specific clothing item you can get in the game. And so seeing something that you've been playing for years and is like collectible based as well show up in the Lego sets, like people are going to be geeked out about that. Audie is a very popular character. I do agree on a base. If I didn't care about either one of these themes, I would say the torso on the not a wolf saber-tooth tiger. What Chima did for me was created a bunch of transparent, not see-throughable, transparent minifig parts, which helped me make that Nebula ship, the fire ship
Oh, yeah.
on the Nebula
Yeah.
that won me best sea vessel. Best sea
Excellent.
vessel at
Sea vessel, yep.
best sea vessel at Brickworld, and I
At the
think
company
I
you
agree
now
with
own,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, that place. Um, the I do agree with you that the animal masks over minifig heads was a good bonus because then you got like unique minifig heads that you can use in other ways if you
Yeah.
like to build custom stuff. You had a bunch of different characters that you could create that weren't
Mhm.
there's nothing you could do. There's nothing you were supposed to do with the Chima sets that ever used them without that helmet. But they gave you the option of having unique minifig heads like that.
Mhm.
And I think that torso is really well designed. I think we haven't seen that was around the time that like Chima came out about the same time as Lord of the Rings, and they had a lot of very cool torsos like that with different types of armor,
Yeah.
different type of designs. And so in the long run, although I'm a huge Animal Crossing fan, I do have to go with Chima on this one for minifigs. Chima killed it, especially when it came to those saber tooth. This is a saber tooth
Sabertooth.
tiger.
Yep.
No, the mammoths.
Yeah, there were a lot of cool ones.
I didn't mean to
And
no you, by the way. Sorry.
well, so this came up as part of a great debate last week. If you want to go back and check out that episode, because if you haven't yet, of course, whether you love what we're talking about now or if you watched last week, you can like and subscribe to our
You
very
can.
stream here.
We forgot to tell
Um,
people to do that tonight. Maybe people would have been here and subscribed it, but we forgot to tell them.
it's our fault, really. But
Man,
here's what one of the wolves looked like. I will share this little picture right here of a Chima wolf.
they're very cute.
So they've got a smaller snout than the saber tooth, and their ears go off to the side. But you can also see again underneath they've got cool faces too. So you kind of get a
Yeah.
2-for-1 with the Chima, and that you can use that wolf face for something, and then you could use the mask as a mask or as a helmet or whatever else if you want to. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I just found this looking for wolves.
mhm.
This creation by Alien
Ooh,
Cat. Oh, I love Alien Cat. Um, this Chima mock of a wolf bridge.
there you go.
Legends of Chima Wolf Tower work in progress. This was a work in progress, so she ended up doing even better than that.
Yeah, I think
Um,
the thing I will say about this, looking at it now, it also reminds me, and this is probably intentional, of the Wolfpack Tower set as well. It's kind of like
yes.
an amalgamation between Chima and Wolfpack. Got a Wolfpack shield down on the corner here, and it's
Yeah.
got the same idea, the bridge with the tower behind it, though obviously this is far wolfier than the Wolfpack
And
Tower was.
in the initial Ninja line that they came out with in the early 2000s, maybe late 90s, that was like the Stone Tower Bridge, I think it was called.
Hmm.
I believe we talked Reed out of going to bed. He got ignited by this Chima discussion we're having. He says I do have friends that use the Chima mask heads for trebuchet ammo. Aw.
Weird.
Plus, I have altered some Chima masks for a custom tribe. That does not surprise me at all. I want to see Reed's
His
custom
custom tribe
cape.
are the stupid badgers.
He does a custom cape workshop from time to time. I'd love to attend that someday. So I'd say I'd love to see him do it again this year so that I could attend. But what are the chances of me attending a workshop at Brickworld Chicago?
Yeah. Do you want to see what a stupid badger looks like?
I want to see a stupid badger. Yes, please.
Here we go. Here's the stupid badger.
Is he the one that's under arrest in your? That's the one he gave you. You can't call it stupid.
I don't think he gave it to me. I more like stole it.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that. You stole it from him.
Well, he brought it to attack my building.
I'm glad the
There we
kids
go.
have gone to bed because you're encouraging stealing. Yeah, the badgers.
He brought him over, and I just was like, "Oh, look at this badger that I now have." So he had a skunk head with some painting to make it look like a badger, and he does have a cool custom cape here.
Yeah. What do you know?
Little hole for his quiver, for the arrows in his quiver.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. This one happens
Very
to
true.
be in cuffs for some reason. I don't know why.
I think because he's under arrest, as you said on the episode last week, which you didn't explain what he was under arrest for. And
Being a badger.
Reed was distraught over that. I had it trying to enter a tavern at Ben's castle area, but he got captured. He wasn't attacking you, Ben. He was just trying to visit the tavern. Is that what happens to strangers who visit your taverns?
He was walking while badger. Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah.
Not fair. Not fair.
Not fair at all.
Not fair.
Yes.
Maybe I think we should release the badger based on this.
Hey, look
New
at me.
evidence.
Oh, so food's here. Look at me. I did a close call. We got the episode under 3 hours if we end in the next minute.
How are we going to do that if we have 2 rants?
Oh, that's right. I have to rant.
Okay.
Reed, stick around.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll find a timer. This is
Mhm.
important to me. You know what we got to do? We have got to
What do we
come
got to
up
do?
with a better way to get a timer on the screen so it's not big and we're tiny.
I agree with you 100% on that.
So I think I've got some ways to potentially do it, but it's going to actually take me, some work.
That's
And
fine.
I don't want to work, but I
Yeah,
will
no, you
do it
shouldn't have
eventually.
to right now. Yeah, exactly. That's how we do everything.
Yeah,
I'm gonna edit all these videos eventually and make all these
skin
shorts and like
skin
yeah.
of our teeth. That's how we prefer to roll.
All right, so Reed's sticking around. I'm excited. Well, let's make him wait though. You go first.
This is so stupid. Man, I had my rant and then I lost it. And then I had it again and then I lost it again. Give me a second, I'll remember it.
Like, oh, say in your brain or somewhere on your computer. I can go first. Grand Rapids summary. You want a Grand Rapids summary? The show was amazing. Every person who came to it had an excellent time. Um, the builds were really cool. World of Lights was very cool. We had a lot more lighting than had been in previous in last year's show. Um, very much worth, I think, the price of VIP night. I hope, I should say. Plus, we had a goodie bag that was pretty cool. We put a bunch of Lego parts in it, and Julia had a bunch of. And thumbs down is really giving me low confidence right now. And Julia from Bricks and Minifigs Grand Rapids put a bunch of cool stuff in it. Had their signature pins and had the coupon in it. A great 3-day show happened during Art Prize. We had some lessons to learn about getting people to come to it because we had our best first year show ever with Grand Rapids in 2023, and like the biggest drop in attendance we've ever had from one show to the next this year with Grand Rapids. And there's a lot of reasons why, and we could discuss that. But the big takeaway, amazing show, amazing groups. Ben, we've sang the song before. We had this with Milwaukee, which has been my favorite show
Yeah.
out of the expos, and we had to cancel Milwaukee this year because we had 2 years in a row where we did not make any money. And so I think we know how to fix that for Grand Rapids. And if I'm right, then we could maybe put Milwaukee back on the books in the next couple of years. And we're going to be digging into finding new ways to open up the market that I might not currently have the capacity for, hiring an outside firm. But the big takeaway from Grand Rapids, great groups, great builds, excellent weekend. We had a ton of fun. I was very stressed out because of the sales, but it was just easy to stay positive because there's so many great people there, so many great builds, so many great conversations, so many positive people, and a lot of good constructive criticism from people suggesting ways to make the most out of the weekend that we chose, make the most out of the show, do our best marketing, utilize the resources that we have. And yeah, looking forward to coming back and doing it even better next year. Like, I think we're going to kill it next year.
All right. That's good. And then, there are outside factors as well. Michigan is a battleground state for elections. People always do weird spending things and other
With all the
stuff.
advertising is really crowded.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I think there's a bit of brand confusion with so many other Lego Fan Expos occurring throughout the United States, and one particular brand trying to get into all of our venues, but that may backfire on them as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that continues into the future. But like mostly the positive energy that these groups have to make Brickworld successful are what's really important. And we've got some great ideas. And maybe that's a topic we'll talk about next week is improving the Brickworld Expos, because I think everybody watching can help us out.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Oh, and real
good
quick,
here.
Reed, planning is going on right now. We haven't opened the display space request yet, but I'm like killing myself to get Fort Wayne and Holiday Joy successful because we really need a success in the bag this year with the expos. Chicago was very successful, but it's been a while since we've made money on an expo, and this was a down year. 2023 was a boon and a half. Like we made a lot of progress in 2023, but a lot of different things. I think part of it is the economy as well, the election year thing, like you said.
Yep.
But we're gonna keep looking into it. We're gonna keep working on it and like talking about it live so that my competitors can come find my struggles. makes me a little nervous, but also talking about it amongst friends and people who support the show. Among friends, amongst is not a word. Among friends and people who are willing to have the energy to help us out and love us and love what we do for the community means a lot to me. So I'm glad we had
Yeah.
the live stream tonight. I really needed it. This was nice. Glad to have this energy tonight. So thank
Oh,
you all for joining us.
I will tell you, for the money, bang for
Mhm.
the buck, Brickworld is your best deal. Being 2 other shows that I've been to,
Mhm.
price wise, and then what you get for the ticket in terms of the amount of stuff to see, it's
Yeah.
not close.
Yeah.
And you know, that's fine. I guess. If these other shows want to do what they do and kill themselves by not producing the same level, but you know, the downside is, and you've obviously impacted it, brand confusion. People don't know. Even people who are close to me don't know that Brickworld and Brickfest Live are 2 different things.
My ex-boyfriend, who I met at Legoland, sent me a Brickfest Live advertisement. He's like, "Are you coming to Atlanta?" And I was like, "What business do you think I bought?"
What's there? Yeah.
He's like, "I thought you just named it something different for this area." I was like, "Oh, you don't even know. You don't even Lego Expo, bro."
Yeah, you don't expo, bro. You don't bro.
Papa Rex, I can't wait to talk about grammar with you in person.
Oh boy, that's basically what we need.
All right, are you ready to rant, or would you like me to go first?
I still can't remember. I drove back quickly, even though I stopped for tacos, as you saw, and ate them on stream. I don't like to eat on stream, but I did.
Sorry.
You know, I turned the mic off though. Hopefully nobody heard me crunching too much. I hustled back, and in my drive back, I had a rant locked and loaded, and now I can't for the life of me remember it. I could rant about how my brain is turning into mush because I can't remember something that I thought about 2 hours ago. But that would just be, you know, on the fly. It wouldn't be an actual rant. And I actually want to rant about Lego for a change because you know
Yeah.
what? I've been ranting about other things that aren't Lego for a while now.
Yeah, I had like 3 other rants that I discarded for this current rant that were all non-Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go. And there's a frickin' mosquito in here. I could rant about mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are the worst. Okay, maybe you should go first. And I'll
right.
think card.
All right.
You ready? Let's get the stuff and the other stuff and the thing and the stuff and the stuff and the thing.
Oh, wait, I'll do
I got
music.
it. I got it.
All right.
And
All right, listen up, Mr. Friday Night Freak. If that is your real name, which I doubt. You said on my show last week, did Mark ever get his fleshy Fabuland figures? And then you acted like it was some sort of mic drop moment. Well, sir, let me tell you something about Fabuland. Fabuland is fleshy because they are the color of the animal that they represent. Do you know so little about Fabuland that you think they have yellow heads? Do you think it's a yellow sheep and a yellow sheepdog and a yellow bulldog and a yellow horse and a yellow elephant? No, the elephant is gray. The sheep is white. The bulldog is white or brown. The sheepdog is gray. They've been fleshy from the beginning. That's what I'm saying. If an elephant wants to play with Fabuland, they're going to see themselves in their play. They're going to see themselves identified, not with a big blocky yellow elephant head. I'm very confused why you thought you won something when you said, did Mark ever get his fleshy Fabuland figs? Yes, I did. Yes, from the beginning. That's how it works.
all right, nailed it. You are putting old Reed on notice. He went too far.
Oh, that's his real name, Reed. Oh, yeah.
Reed. Friday
Yeah.
Night Reed. Yeah, that is not his real name, and for some reason you knew that.
Right. I had a sneaking suspicion it was not his real name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nick and Bricks, we have ranted about that
We have.
more than once.
Yeah.
It has been a topic of great significance and import to us, and sometimes it seemed facetious. I'm going to be honest.
Sometimes it has. Yes.
But sometimes we were really ranting about that nonsense.
True.
We were really ranting about it.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready on the
Um,
music if you want to hit your own timer.
I don't even know what to complain about today. Somebody give me a Lego topic that I can hate right now. I'm waiting. Just throw it out there. I will rant about it. I will kill it. I will kill this rant, but I just need something to talk about. Somebody help me out. Throw it
Um,
out there.
Rant about how what's it called? Wicked and Wednesday are just Polly Pocket ripoffs.
Okay, well, we've got some ideas here. Let's go. Here we go.
All right.
All right, Lego. Mini dolls. Just because you called them mini dolls doesn't mean they're actually tiny dolls like Polly Pocket. And guess what? Just because you target them for a specific audience, which is interesting because for a long time you said they're for boys and girls, we don't differentiate. And you have put male characters in mini doll format. I understand that. But just because you call them mini dolls doesn't mean you need to treat them like dolls. They can still be Lego. They can still be construction. We don't need little pull-out thingies everywhere and transforming things where it's, oh, look, it's also a purse, and now it transforms into a playground. Just make it a damn playground from the start. We don't need to see that anymore. And now, not only do you have that, not only do you have little mini dolls, now you're making them big too, and they look creepy as all hell. Some people think that Lego's onto something. Wednesday's good, Elphaba's terrible, and I don't even know what to say about Glinda, okay?
Time.
Come on.
Come on. And also, if they're going to be dolls, shouldn't their legs be articulated and not connected at the heel?
Yeah.
Yeah, because most dolls I know, and I guess I don't know many, but I imagine most dolls have separate legs, not just like one hinged, like beep, 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 like
hmm
body portion. Like the bottom half is just one solid mold. I think that's how most dolls work.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. They can only bend at the waist. So here's some other fun things we could have talked about. Now I'm really pissed that I can't remember what I was going to rant about.
Yeah, you got to write that
What
shit
was-
down.
Well, I was driving, and when I texted you on the show here, I had stopped for tacos. That's why
Oh, okay.
it was okay for me to text then. But then I had to hustle here and get on the old machine here
Yeah,
because we had to participate in our
bro.
very bad idea lifestyle shots today.
Right, right. They were racy. Bro, do you even mini doll?
Bro, um, I try not to.
So Ben heard some of my GarageBand collaborations this week, and I think there's a specific one that you heard an alternate version of that
I
I
did.
I think we can come up with several versions of,
I think so.
and they all need to
Uh,
have like images of bare-chested men doing cosplay.
yeah. If I had to think about all of the songs that we've done, there is one in particular that's ripe for many versions
Hmm.
for this show when we talk about different things.
I agree.
Because we don't just talk about one thing.
We don't.
We are variety.
Mm.
That's something I could complain about. Jeez, why can't we just talk about Lego for Pete's sake on the Lego
Yeah.
live stream?
Yeah, some people expect that, and I'm like, why?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
It's
bonkers.
insane. Fan expectations are whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Would I complain about the show I was just at? I wouldn't complain. I would again reiterate the show was nice. I think the people who came hadn't experienced anything like that. So it's good to have something in a market like that.
Hmm.
It is, like I said, though, like, they were talking about how great it was to see everything there and there was so much to look at.
Hmm.
There's way more to look at the Brickworld Expos in terms of size and space.
Maybe.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that the show itself is bad. It's just different scale.
Yeah.
So it was fine. I was mostly twin lug people, but a couple others. Mel Brown was there from Lego Masters, so I hung out with Mel a little bit. So there was that for the celebrity aspect, and then AC Pin was there as well. He has a number of things that he's done in the past in terms of being in Star Wars books and Lego House stuff. So mini celebrity maybe, I don't know, but Brickworld has that too. Lego Masters. People have been in books as well.
Ben
it's just
comes
not
to some of the
advertised the
expos.
same way, you know?
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, you know,
We'll
I
work
think
on it.
you know what the problem is, Mark? If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
You've got too much integrity, I kind of think sometimes.
Maybe.
You're not as unscrupulous as you could be.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this show was unscrupulous. I'm just saying
Working on my
they
screw.
promoted it a little differently. So
Good to know.
this is a
I'll-
Lego live stream, says Reed Friday Night Bricks. Sometimes.
I'll have to pick your brain about scruples.
All right. All right. Yeah, so
to
I've been to both Rochester now and Milwaukee. Milwaukee was probably twice as much stuff. So you know, it's
You mean Brick Convention Milwaukee?
well, Brickworld Milwaukee compared to Brick
Okay.
Convention Rochester.
Gotcha. Just making sure.
Yeah, are most of your expos around the same size as Milwaukee?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
probably about twice the size.
So just curious, do you think that like when the way I'm advertising the Brickworld shows now, do you think I'm making any mistakes?
I wouldn't say mistakes per se.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you're more this show, like I said, wasn't as organized in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they promote it differently because, at least in this case, this is like the first time anything had ever been there.
Right.
So you know, I don't know if anyone understands what 30,000 square feet of Lego is versus 60.
I don't think so either. That's part of the problem. I think that's something that we need to start putting into our own marketing and just have it, even just like YouTube videos that is like, this is what Brickworld is. And then just kind of sneak in there their other shows. And if you go to a show, make sure you see this logo. Otherwise, you're not at Brickworld.
Yeah.
Like we're working on that. So you didn't pick up my happy accidents drop there because I'm trying to end it because I'm hungry.
You're trying to get out of there. Yes, I understand.
I am. And you have a song to play for the outro, or did you want me to have one? Because I have one ready.
No, you can do it.
But we need to hear something.
No,
else.
what I'm hearing though is that you're saying that you were trying to drop a hint and I didn't pick it up. I would say.
Oh, by the way, we didn't
Yeah.
finish out the show run. Are you here next week?
Yes.
Me too.
And
There, now we're done.
And
Yeah.
flag football on
Yeah.
a bye.
Ooh,
So I don't even have to like hurry home or anything.
nice.
Yeah, so I can like actually
That'll
build
be
some
good.
Lego and stuff and work on my building. But before you interrupted me there, all I was saying
Sorry.
was that you were dropping a hint and I didn't pick it up, but I don't think that was an accident. And you know why I didn't think that was an accident?
Because, surprise.
It wasn't a mistake. It was a happy accident.
What do you know? Well,
Yeah.
thank you everyone for joining us this week. This week meant a lot to me because I really needed to do a live stream because I love doing it. It was a nice escape from all of the businessing I've had to do this week and all the lifing and all the dog loving, that's the easy part. But hopefully, join us next week. And thank you guys all very much for supporting Brickworld. And Ben referenced this song earlier. He heard it all weekend, but I think we should all hear it right now.
Daddy Ben, oh he loves his space. Lego ships in orange, all in place. But Mara's ties, they're all the same. And why that beard? It's just a shame. Orange ships, computers galore. Mara dreams of something more. In Legoland, where dreams take flight. Orange or not, they'll get it right. Daddy, your ships are lame. All of them look the same. And your beard, such a disgrace. Maybe just one short hair on your face.
I spend too much time working on them.
And sometimes you just don't do them because you want,
Yeah.
and your beard.
And my beard.
And your mustache.
I'll get back in the photo so everyone can see.
Ugh.
Alright.
It should be more like one of those French ones that is in the movies, like squirrels.
Like a little villain mustache?
Yes, you need that.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mara. Thanks for the rant.
Or you just need
Good
one
job.
little hair.
It takes too long for you to build them. Focus, get it done, concentrate, Daddy Ben. One more word about your beard. Come on, Daddy, it's so weird.
And they don't have different size ranges, which they should. And they they all have computers in them. Like, it's disgusting.
Orange spaceships, make it end. Listen, friend, it's not a trend. Orange beard, that's the trend. Make it